The season finale of the all-electric raceboat series. 9 teams will do battle here at the inaugural E1 Miami GP, but just one of them will be crowned 2025 Champions of the Water in front of a star-studded crowd. What a season it's been. Aoki Racing and Team Rafa dominant in the first half of the year. Team Blue Rising and defending champions Team Brady taking control in the second half. Now look at this, only 20 points separating them in the top half of the table, with 38 points for today's winner here in Miami and 30 for second. So it is all to play for.
It's more natural the other way. We always sit that way around.
Where are we looking?
Okay, let's go.
We are Team Brady. We are leading the championship currently with 154 points.
We are Team Rafa and we are second on the championship.
We have 151 points.
We are Team Blue Rising and we're so far third place in the championship with 145 points.
We are Aoki Racing Team. We're fourth in the championship with 134 points.
No mustache! Thank God.
You see?
Thank God.
Man, 3 races with the mustache.
Please.
It wasn't good.
Yes.
Now, last race I go back to sexy.
We are 4 teams fighting for the title. You can feel the stress now, the pressure.
We got 20 point gap between us and Aoki, which in E1 isn't a big gap. You know, I think we were, what, 20 points down going into Monaco? And we came out the weekend with the lead.
To win the championship in Miami, we must win every session.
We have to be in front of all of them.
Out of 1,000 possibilities, actually we let MATLAB run it, there is a very small percentage for us to be able to win overall. It is probably 3 out of 1,000.
Really?
It's really small.
We want to be world champions. Don't talk about Brady, please.
Bring on the pressure. Like, we love it.
The other teams, what they can know is that we have come with everything.
Let them fight together. You know, the top 3.
You know, we pick one, we go, and we know how to do it.
Blue Rising, we've been training up, we've been rising.
Everything to gain, nothing to lose, and just here, have fun, do our best, and just, like you always say, the only thing we can control is ourselves. And that's what we'll do this weekend.
Yep.
We're going to do the best we can, and we have a great team behind us that have given us the opportunity to be here leading the championship after 6 races of the season, and we're here to be competitive.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
TVR, we're out.
Miami, let's go!
Man, that was high.
Yeah.
Good look. Let's go, Miami.
What a bunch. What on earth is going to happen then this weekend? We've got the first few answers, but there's still many doubts in the qualifying races here on Friday. Rafa comfortably ahead of the rest of the field for 3 crucial E1 championship points. Look at that margin back to Brady in second place. Here they are limiting the damage with 2 points. Team Blue Rising, though, out of the points. How critical could that be? Aoki didn't even make qualifying race 2, and so they really are now on the back foot, and they need to hope to win pretty much everything else and hope for trouble for their rivals. For Rafa, though, Shelley Jury-Lee, that really was good news. What sort of psychological advantage does that give them?
Winning that qualifying race will have given the team a huge boost of confidence. This Rafa Racebird could definitely win the championship.
It most certainly could, and look what that has done for their body language, for their emotions. They are as relaxed as ever at this 7th and final round of Season 2 for E1. So, as we say, that was 3 points, 3 bonus points for Rafa, and it brings the championship lead of the reigning champions down from 3 to 2. It's still very tight, though, with only 22 covering your top 4 as E1 crosses the pond to the USA and Miami for the first time. What a setting for this grand finale of 2025.
E1 is bringing electric racing to Miami.
Where did he come from? We're about to take you on a wild ride to the 305.
E1 is in Miami, let's go.
This is a perfect place to have it.
Miami, USA, baby!
This is our home race.
Season finale in Miami.
What a way to end the season.
Oh, foil to foil!
This is going to be epic.
There are still a maximum 39 points available here today, with 38 for the win. Don't forget, the fastest lap across the day gives you an extra point as well. The group stages will be coming up shortly, and it's all about seeding. It's all about starting position, lane order as the day goes on, building up through the group stages, the race off, the place race, and of course, the all-important finals. And then the 2025 champions will be decided.
Chris, I'm going to see if I can catch a quick word with you this morning. She's in the zone, it feels like. So obviously you guys had such a successful day yesterday. I know you're in, so I'll let you get in the boat, but what a feeling it was. How is it to have your team owner? That's my only question here.
Rafa is amazing, supporting us, and he wants us to have the best day today, so we will do what we can. We will enjoy and fight.
Are you feeling good?
Yeah, very good.
Very good. All smiles. She's feeling focused, serious, and ready to get in the boat. Obviously, yesterday they found that success. They were relaxed. So this morning, it's time to put the pressure back on and live up to it. Back to you.
It most certainly is. Thank you very much. Taylor Schneider down there on the launch zone. Greg Haynes and Shelley Jory-Lee here in the commentary box. I love it, Shelley. Nobody's giving anything away. You could tell Chris, as much as she likes Taylor, wanted to just get on with the job there. They can't focus on anything other than the championship, can they? All of these pilots in a situation they've never been in before.
It is really difficult when you're in this position as a pilot. You know, you've got a lot of pressure on you. You know you've got to do the media. You know you've got to chat to all the, the journalists and the cameras. But really, actually, you just want to get your head down. You want to get into the boat, get into the zone, go through what you've got to do, and actually have a quiet moment. It's very, very hot out there. As we've heard from all the pilots, the temperature in the cockpit is really, they're really suffering from it. We actually saw Tom Schaap yesterday. He was so red-faced and really did look like he was suffering from the heat. 27 degrees outside, 80 degrees Fahrenheit as we're in Miami. And we've got 73% humidity. Whoa. And we've also heard from the pilots, it gets a bit choppier in the afternoon. The water is chopping up. Then the cruise ships kind of start their engines and get ready to leave in the evening. So they're saying that the conditions change. So a prop choice this morning is going to be interesting because it's going to be calm and then get a little bit rougher as the day goes on, which, as we know, the Racebird, the hydrofoils, they prefer the flat water.
Yeah, some of the pilots telling us it can get up to anything like 70, maybe even 75, would you believe, degrees Celsius in the cockpit. There's the onboard camera at the top of your screen, which will be giving us so many glorious pictures, I'm sure, across this 7th and final race day of Season 2 for E1, and what a season it's been. The championship lead has changed at almost every single one of the 6 rounds so far. Aoki, Rafa, who we're on board with here with Chris Lazaraga. Aoki, Rafa, it kept changing. Brady took the lead for the first time this year at Monte Carlo, and they retained the lead. So for the first time all season, the championship lead was actually retained by the reigning title holders. Brady, last time out at Lagos in Nigeria a month ago. We'll go back to Taylor now, who's with Oban Duncan from Drogba.
Oban Duncan, your teammate Micah is getting ready to get in that boat. Obviously, this is not the boat that we normally see. What's going on here?
Yeah, we've had a couple of boat problems this morning. The team are trying to get them sorted, but in the meantime, we're in, a new boat this morning.
And you guys are in lane 3, correct? So going into this, what is Drogba's plan?
I mean, the plan is just to do as well as we can so that we can get straight through to the finals. Mike gets a good position for me for the next race, and hopefully the weekend can be good for us.
How are you feeling, and how is Micah feeling?
Yeah, great. I mean, we're just forgetting about all the dramas this morning, getting into whatever boat we've got and getting on with it.
Does it feel like a special weekend here in Miami?
It certainly does. We're having a lot of fun. I think this new boat looks fast. We should be on.
I love it. All smiles from Team Drogba. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor. Scotland's Oban Duncan here, 19 years of age, the youngest pilot in the field. Micah Wilkinson, her male pilot there, just sitting down to take a breather, as Oban now does also. And the situation is, if you are joining us for the first time, it's 1 female and 1 male pilot per lineup of the 9 teams we have here. All of them owned by celebrity owners from all around the world, all sorts of different nationalities, whether it's technology entrepreneurs, sports stars, and many, many more. Just final things being put into place now here at Miami. Great setting here, the Biscayne Bay in Miami, in Florida. There's been a lot of partying going on, not so much for the pilots, I have to say, but certainly for the guests here. As Shelley's already said, there's great setting with the cruise ships. But as we know, later in the afternoon, you were touching on it before, when the engines start up and the bow thrusters and everything else on those cruise ships, it does cause a little bit of disruption on the water for the race birds. This is Blue Rising. Now, we had a little bit of a funny feeling, didn't we, about TBR coming into the start of this weekend, because they were third and remain third in the championship. If Rafa and Brady focus too much on one another, Shelley, can Blue Rising just get in there, I wonder, and pick up the pieces?
Well, this is what it all comes down to at the final. It's the final push for everybody. Now, you can push too hard in a final and you can lose it. It's all about staying really cool, really calm, collected, the team all focused. And sometimes you can try too hard. And as we know with the race bird, if you push the hydrofoils too much and you push too much speed and you trim out too much, it basically loses balance and falls off the foils and you fall into the water, and it's like slamming your brakes on. So it's really difficult, Greg. They've got a lot of pressure on them, and anyone who's been in a final competition of any sport, you know what that pressure feels like. It's hard to control.
Very much still open here then, 4 title contenders, the 7th round, 5 winners and 7 on the podium so far.
This year, the competition will be way higher.
If I do something, it's only for the win.
The ambition is always the same, fight for the first positions.
The sky's the limit. Let's win this whole thing.
Love them all, but they could all kiss my ass.
The champs are here, and we're here to win again.
Let's go, vamos, baby, vamos.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant pace.
My heart rate's going up.
Bum, 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 bum. She's just piloted this one to perfection.
Dale! Best win of my career so far.
It's game, set, and match for Christina Lassaraga.
I'm cool with Rafa. We wouldn't have been able to handle it if Brady won.
The reigning champions, they've done it. Tom Brady will be overjoyed.
We've got a lot to be proud of.
Now here comes Michael Wilkinson.
Your line.
What a move from the Kiwi.
That wasn't real.
Oh, big contact. Huge into the mat.
Oh!
What is happening?
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
What else can happen today?
We are going foil to foil. No!
Danny's just an awful driver.
We all want to be champions of the water.
Steve Aoki's team have turned up the volume.
What we're gonna do this week? I think we're just gonna win.
Spectacular performance by Sarah Mizet.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Team Blue Rising are winners for the first time.
Yeah, John.
We're going to give it our best to win this next race.
Team Brazil, our 5th winner in 6 races.
Right up to the end, it all matters.
Woo! And then there was one round to go. We've had Jeddah, Doha, Dubrovnik, Laga Maggiore, Monaco and Lagos, as you saw there. And here we are in Miami, United States of America. Would you believe, from 7 rounds, this is our 4th different continent of 2025. It seems so calm at the moment, doesn't it? Here at just approaching 25 minutes to 10 in the morning here on the east coast of America in Miami and Florida for the first time. On board then with Rafa Nadal's team, Chris Lassaraga, the Spanish female pilot in this squad. The pilot choice has been made now, and so they are locked in and they will alternate between Chris and this man here, the Frenchman Tom Schaap for the rest of the event as he chats away with Timmy Hansen from Team Brazil on your left and Danny Kloss from Steve Aoki's team in the pink shirt on the right-hand side of your screen. Shelley, I can't wait for this. I'm so excited. I must say I'm nervous as well because you just don't know what's going to happen. And in some ways, I'm kind of sad because somebody's going to have to come out of here today having not won the title.
I know the tension is palpable. I mean, the guys there were all stood chatting and laughing and joking, but deep down they are like, I want to win, I want to win. And yes, we're going to see some joy. We're going to see joyful tears tonight, and we're going to see sad tears tonight because somebody has got to lose and somebody will have their dream of winning the E1 World Series Championships.
Rafa here with the momentum, I think it's fair to say, although as earlier on in the campaign has proven, momentum can sometimes count for absolutely nothing. As you saw in the video just a moment ago, we've had a lot of shocks and surprises. It all really started kicking off with the big crash we had at Laga Maggiore, and since then we've had Monaco as well, with Rafa having their incident. If you are just switching on, as you heard from Taylor before, we've got a different boat for Drogba. Open Duncan was explaining to us that they had an inverter problem yesterday, which is why they slowed down in their qualifying race, briefly stopped, and then managed to get going again at greatly reduced speed. So when you see Drogba later, they have a black boat. They're in one of the spare boats, the spare race birds.
We mustn't forget as well, Greg, is that we have had a global championship here. These race birds and teams have been all over the world, and I have to say, today is survival of the fittest. You know, in any motorsport, when you get to the end of the season, the equipment has gremlins. We've seen a few creep through. We've had spare boats come out already over the weekend. So, yes, the pilots are going to do their job today. Can the machinery hold on? Look at John Peters. He's going off for a secret. He's got a secret viewpoint.
Where is he off to?
I think he's going for a little viewpoint of where he can give his team the best sort of insight, I think.
That team put out a fantastic press release yesterday, basically making fun of everyone, saying we're here to win. But what about Westbrook Racing and Lucas Ordóñez? He's with Taylor now. They've just not had any fortune this year.
Lucas, Westbrook Racing has had quite a weekend so far. I've seen you on social media. How are the feelings this morning? Sarah's obviously going out for this first race.
Well, it's the last day or last race day of the season, and you all know that Westbrook Racing was not lucky this year. We had so many issues that we could not manage in our side, but yeah, we are here today to enjoy, to have fun, to take risks as we did yesterday with that a very close jump start, and we will try to be on the edge today. Sarah starting today the day, and I'm pretty optimistic. We have pace, we have performance, we are a good team, and we just asking for a little bit of luck, and I think we can do a good job today.
A little bit of luck. Could that come in the form of your team owner, Will Smith, being here?
Yeah, Will is here. In Lake Como last year, he brought us very good vibes, and we won for him. We celebrated on the podium. So today, I hope it's the same, and let's have fun.
Perfect. Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thanks, Taylor. Thanks, Lucas. Enjoy as well. And they're back with their normal race bird now. They were using one of the spares yesterday, but I have to say overnight, the Westbrook team, Phil and everybody down there did an absolutely phenomenal job. Guy Barron and Guy's son, Robin, who's working with them this weekend as well, to get their original race bird back in action was phenomenal work from Will Smith's Westbrook Racing squad. Westbrook, of course, the name of Will's production company in Los Angeles, as we get ready to go with just 5 minutes till the race starts. Jump start, as Lucas mentioned there, to Taylor yesterday in one of the races, Shelley. That is so important, isn't it, where communication between team and pilot is pivotal, because if you go too soon, you will be given a long lap penalty, and that could absolutely make the difference between winning or not winning the championship.
Yeah, and we've seen how important the start is in the E1 series. The start's important in all sports, isn't it? If you get off the line, you get clean water, clean road, clean track, whatever you want. But in E1, it is just that because the E1 race birds are an identical all identical boats, and they are so close to each other. They're so close. There's not like literally 1 mile an hour between them all. So it's so important to get off that start. But if you push too hard, you fail.
We said it gets very, very hot in the cockpits, anything between 65 and 75 degrees Celsius. It won't be too bad right now. It's only 20 to 10 in the morning, but it certainly won't be cold by any stretch of the imagination. John Peters watching on. He'll be following the feed, I'm sure, and also all of the information he has available to him. In touch with the team, and you're absolutely right. He's got himself a great vantage point here as he looks across to the cruise ships, and in the foreground he will soon see the race birds. The start of this first group stage race is 4 minutes away. They've had the shakedown, they've had the qualifying time trials, they've had the qualifying races when the first points were given out yesterday. Now we're into the group stages, and this will all feed us through towards the finals at the end of the day, and importantly, lane positioning. Are Drogba in trouble with the spare boat? Hopefully not. They're about to get going again now with just 3.5 minutes remaining.
Danny Klaus, what a weekend it is here in Miami. This is your home race, but not only that, you guys are still in that hunt for the championship. Good friends with Rafa. What is it like having that friendship, balancing it with that competitiveness?
Well, with Team Rafa, we are friends off track. On track, we have no friends. When we put the helmet on, you know, many things can happen, and we put the pilot, let's say, aggressive mode. But yeah, it's true that off track, they are great people, great environment, and you know, we love them.
Michelle is in the zone. She was. I asked to speak to her. She said, "No, I'm getting ready." How's her feelings?
Well, I mean, she's feeling great. She's feeling great. She's in the zone, and I love that from her, you know, because when she gets focused, she gets really, really focused. And yeah, we have a good opportunity here. Like yesterday, we showed that we can be fast, and we are still in the game. And yeah, today is the big day.
Perfect. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Certainly nobody giving anything away at all. I love it. Here's the starting grid then for this first group stage race. Lazaraga for Rafa, 2 points behind in the championship. Then it's Blue Rising, Drogba with a spare Racebird, and Westbrook completing the top 4 in the outside lane. They'll be on the right-hand side down into the left-hand turn 1. So Westbrook Racing, they've had 3 4th places so far in finals this season, but so many technical problems. Can they grab a podium, I wonder, this weekend, even though they're not in title contention? Team Drogba Global Africa, they are running a new Racebird, one of the spare Racebirds here this morning, so it might feel a little bit strange to Michael Wilkinson. This is their normal livery, but they'll be in an all-black fighter jet-like livery this morning. This is Sarah Mizer from Jamaica, and she is with Team Blue Rising, and they are a title contender. They are 3rd in the championship, 11 points behind the current leaders, Team Brady. And the closest challengers to Brady, well, here they are. It's Chris Lazaraga who will kick off today's challenge for Rafa Nadal's squad. Just 2 points behind in the championship after winning qualifying race 2 here on Friday. So, Shelley, here is our course for the 7th and final time this season.
Yes, and of course we have the short lap and the long lap putting in today, and choosing when to take that short or long lap can literally decide the race. The standard lap is 1.2 kilometers, the long lap is 200 meters more, and the short lap is 200 meters less, so not a lot to play with.
Indeed, and that short lap is particularly tight as well. This is not looking great, is it, for Team Drogba Global Africa? They were supposed to be starting in lane 3 here with Michael Wilkinson. Are they going to get going at the last possible moment? Hasn't really been their season at all, has it? Down there in 6th place in the championship. 2 podiums so far, 1 at Doha and another 3rd place last time out in Nigeria. But It's not looking great, I have to say, with only 45 seconds to go. Here's Tom Schaap with Rafa. He's looking up the water for his teammate, Chris Lazaraga. There she is, the orange and black boat. Team Blue Rising closest to us. And of course, this is actually in the nicest possible way. Although it's misfortune for Drogba, it's good news for Westbrook, because they'll only have 2 race bursts to contend with. Oh, maybe not. Drogba have got going. Shelley, another last-minute scare for somebody in E1.
I know, and this just doesn't help to the poor tension of everybody. This is so tight. Is he going to make the start? Now, what are the rules now? Can he join the start? He'll have to be on to mission control, getting some advice for this.
Well, there he goes. He's got to go to the milling area first. Now, that will create, of course, some wake for the others, but never mind about them right now, because Westbrook, have they gone too soon again? That was very... Oh, I think they may well have done, you know. We'll await a confirmation, but they've already had 1 long lap penalty. Drogba then get going in the background, and it is Rafa with the advantage. I don't know whether that was Sarah Price getting getting a penalty for going too soon. We'll keep an eye on the timing screen. Blue Rising are third.
Yeah, I think that was a jump start as well. Let's see what comes through from our officials at the UIM in race control. Here we have Team Drogba. Now he's just starting, he's just gone through, so he's already on a back foot. But as we know, you never know what's going to happen up the front there, so they've got to keep going. Points make prizes.
Yes, Micah Wilkinson and Drogba did a great job there to keep calm under pressure, knowing they had to go to the milling area first, circle around and then start. So, back at the front, Rafa, we remind you, no points are available for these group races, but it's all about getting your teammate who takes over for the next group race in the best starting lane. Wow, Westbrook and Rafa both given long lap penalties, so now Team Blue Rising, who you are watching, are going to lead this race. That's ideal for them, and that's a bad mistake for Rafa and Westbrook. Westbrook then, second time in 2 days, jumping a start.
It's a huge mistake for Rafa. This is their championship title going down the drain so early on in the day. But oh my goodness, how good is that for Team Blue Rising, who are also contenders for the championship today. There we go, there's our long lap. Now, why is Team Blue Rising? Oh, he's taking his long lap now, so
yeah.
He's doing that right. Okay, good move, good move.
Yeah, Sarah Mizzi taking the standard long lap. So here she is at the bottom of your pictures. We look down from the virtual tracker, and that's a good move, I think, because it gives us some nice clear water now, doesn't it, with the other 2 off in the distance. So, reminder, we have 2 long laps to be taken in total, 1 penalty, 1 standard long lap for Rafa and for Westbrook. You can see the number of long and short laps required on the graphics at the top of your screen.
Do you know what? That is a fantastic tactical move by Team Blue Rising. They've got their long lap done. They've probably been told that Rafa and Westbrook have got to do a penalty lap, so she's only got the short lap to do, which is literally going to take her across that finish line. Fantastic move by Team Blue Rising.
And here they are. Remember, they put that press release out at the start of the weekend saying that others have been complaining that they're doing too well. It really was fighting talk. It was wonderful. But now long laps are being taken by Rafa and by Westbrook. Look, they're just going to follow them around the long lap, but they've still got another one of those to do as they get down the back straight. Shelley, you've already said the standard layout here, 1.2 kilometres. Long lap, 1.4, give or take, and it's 200 metres less when you do the short lap.
Yeah, there we have confirmation there that Team Westbrook have got a long lap penalty as well as Rafa, which is crucifying to them for their championship title today. Not a great start and not what they wanted after they did so well yesterday, winning the qualifying race and taking that all-important pole position trophy.
Do you reckon Blue Rising will just leave their short lap until towards the end of the race? I think they might, because if they do it now, they'll get closer to these 2 and they'll be in the wake, won't they? And it will slow them down. So they haven't taken it on this lap. There's the advantage. It's not as much as it looks. Look for Blue Rising. There they are on the back straight, coming down towards turn 2. We're now into lap 4. We're halfway through.
See, Team Blue Rising are in lovely clean water now, so yeah, there's no need to take the short lap at the moment. She can save it to the last minute and maybe get out of some mess. But we are on lap 4, as you say, so not a lot. Westbrook's going on the long lap now, so that will be their second long lap. This is her penalty lap she's doing now.
Yep, so that means they will have had all of their long and short laps done. Look at the size of that cruise ship. They really dwarf the race birds, don't they? And the race birds, I have to say, they look particularly brilliant on the water here at Miami. So the situation is Westbrook now only have standard laps to do over the remaining 2 laps after this one. But Blue Rising still have a short lap left in their pocket. How close are they going to be? That's the question. The timing screen, and there goes the short lap of Drogba. So that's not great news for Blue Rising in terms of the water, the disturbance they're going to get in front of them, but they do still have one more short lap. So Blue Rising will get back in front of Drogba. The question's going to be, how close will they be to Westbrook once the race bird we're now riding with has done that short lap?
This is such a great race, Greg. This is all to play for, and it could be anyone's game right now because Westbrook and Rafa do have a great lead. So have they got enough lead that they've been able to throw in their penalty lap and still get across the line? There goes Rafa for their second long lap.
This is going to be close, isn't it? 11.3 seconds was the gap. Westbrook, the red boat at the bottom, will be going around the standard lap. Rafa doing the long lap there with the green markers in the background. This is going to be mighty, mighty close on lap 5 of 6. Here's the merge point, and that's a change for the lead, and that's absolutely critical. Westbrook are not title contenders. Rafa are. Westbrook will be loving this. And Rafa, it's not the end of the world. They're still in a decent position. And now then, it is a straight fight to the checkered flag. But we'll have to see where Blue Rising are as well, and if they can do anything about Drogba in the fight for third.
Where is Blue Rising on the map here? It would be great to see where they are and what position they are on the lap, because can they do their short lap and jump in front of both of these boats? This would be amazing for Team Blue Rising and really rock the championship.
Rock the boat, no pun intended. Blue Rising then have one more short lap to do, Shelley, and they'll have to do it on the last lap. This is the start of the 6th and last lap of the group races, and there's your straight fight for the win. Long and short laps completed. Westbrook with the advantage. Can they have some finally good fortune for the first time this season with 3 4th places in final so far? But this is the big question. Title contenders here. Team Blue Rising third in the standings. They've got a short lap coming up. Are they going to jump ahead of Drogba? You can see Drogba there up in the distance, just ahead. There they are. This is going to be tight.
I'm not sure they can make that. And they're certainly, obviously, not going to beat Westbrook or Rafa there. They're going around the short lap now.
And it's a tight, tight short lap as well. It's the tightest of the season. There's your leaders, Rafa a second. And there are Blue Rising, and they are in front of the spare boat of Drogba. Drogba, though, have the momentum, having gone around the standard version of the lap. This is all for their lane positioning later on when the teammates step in. Westbrook, what a recovery after all of the problems and a complete rebuild of that boat yesterday. Westbrook over the line to win the first group stage race of the day. Great, great piloting from Sarah Price, the American, the only female American pilot in the field here in America this weekend. Rafa a second. That is good enough, I would say, at this point in the proceedings. Blue Rising third and Drogba fourth. What a great start to the day.
Well, I just take my hat off to Westbrook and Team Rafa because they were both given long lap penalties, but they still managed to hold that 1 and 2 top spots. Great, great race there by Sarah Price and Chris Laderaza. Fantastic. Well done, guys.
Yes, it just shows the advantage of being in clear water, doesn't it? Here at Miami. On board then with Rafa. The gap in the end was just a tenth or so shy of 9 seconds. And that means when Tom Schaap and Lucas Ordonez step in for their first group stage race of the day, they'll have the best 2 lane positions. Lane 1 is always on the inside of the first corner, with the 4th or 5th lane, depending on the number of boats in the field, on the outside. Lucas, then finally, we're seeing some positivity for the Spanish racing driver this weekend. On board then with Sarah Price, and I'm sure she will be very pleased with this because they really have had their emotions and their patience, quite frankly, tested with quite a few technical problems and lack of good fortune so far this season. We'll jump on board then now with Sarah. Sorry, with Team Blue Rising, we will jump on board, and what a great performance from Sarah. Sarah, under the circumstances, not a bad start to the day's activities. Decent placing for later.
Wasn't the best, having a lot of struggle. Boat feels like there's lacking a lot of power. First 3 laps almost felt like it was in limp mode. So hopefully the boys can get that sorted and heads up for the next race.
Thank you very much indeed, Sarah. Good luck with all of that. Okay, well, it's what you said before, Shelley, isn't it? Everything's being pushed to the limit, isn't it, at this last round of the season. For Rafa, I think that was a safe start to the day in second place.
Tom, this is the first race of this morning. Chris was in the serious mode getting into the boat. Not the result I think you guys wanted after yesterday's incredible performance, but it's still going to get the job done.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's never easy to win a race. Obviously, we want to win, and the pole position it's important. But anyway, Chris make a good job. It was a nice race between Sarah and Chris. So I mean, it is what it is. So now we need to be focusing of my race to be able to go in final directly. So long way to go.
Long way to go, but it is up to you now. What do you need to do?
I mean, I will try my best. I trust my team behind, so we will try our best like always. We will do what we can do, and let's see the result at the end. So yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Taylor. Thanks, Tom, the 26-year-old there from Le Verdrel in France, actually born in Rouen and then moving a few years ago. There you are then, Westbrook, after a total rebuild of their race bird yesterday, and Sarah Price winning this first group stage race. And I have to say, as an individual race, that was one of the very best of the season so far. Rafa second with Blue Rising third. Blue Rising, as Sarah just explained to us there on the radio, a little bit frustrated because you may argue they should have won that one, bearing in mind the top 2 had an extra long lap to do. Drogba did a great job even to start and complete your field in 4th place. So, Sarah Miz here. I wonder what she'll be saying to the rest of the team, but she certainly felt there, Taylor, that there was some sort of issue with the race bird.
Sarah, obviously the energy is high this day. It means a lot for everybody here, and you guys are in that championship hunt. What was that race like for you?
It was quite disappointing, you know, going along the start, the boat was just lacking a lot of power. It just felt like it was in limp mode. So I was trying my best to try to get it up on foil. It just felt like there was dragging something. So the boys are going through it. I have full confidence that they'll get it ready for JP's race. Disappointing, but it's better to get out the kinks now than at the finals.
Exactly. There's still more racing to go, and as we know, JP is known as the king of start. So what does he need to do?
He just has to keep his head down and do what he does best, where he just has fun, does his best out there, and just brings it home.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sarah.
And thank you to Taylor as well. Shelley, what did you make of it? It was a great start from Drogba to just get into the action. You can see them in the background there on the left-hand side, but jump starts again. And for Westbrook and Rafa, title contenders, they can't really afford to do that again.
No, and as you can see, Team Blue Rising just wasn't having the pace there in the start, as she explained. She said she was just dragging. Now, we do know we have seagrass here in Miami. You can actually see it in some of the shots. It looks beautiful. And I think the race birds maybe are just picking up a little bit on their foils. And that's what's causing them a drag. It's a gremlin, like we said, you know. The boats, the race birds and the teams have been through a lot. It's the end of the season and it's survival of the fittest today.
Yeah, I certainly know some of them have been suffering some issues with the trim. There's even a bit of debris there over the top of the bow of Rafa. And looking across these foils with Westbrook, they had an incident yesterday with some seagrass, as Lucas Ordonez was telling me overnight, and at one point it really pulled him down to one side as we ride on board on replay. This was the crucial point of the race though, in what's known as the merge point, and you've got one race bird doing the long lap and the other one doing the standard lap, and Westbrook beautifully slotting in front of Rafa. Westbrook, who into the final later if they get through, are aiming for a first podium of the season. And they said that, didn't they, right at the start of the weekend? They'll try and take advantage of anything that happens between the title contenders because they just want to win. But look how tight it was. And this is where Price really had to maintain her composure. Perfect. That must be such a nice feeling to rejoin in front.
She did a beautiful corner there. She just dug the foil in round the corner, but still kept it flying beautifully on the tippy toes of the hydrofoils. That was an excellent corner there done by Sarah Price.
And so the 33-year-old from Riverside in California, although she is racing at home here in the States, it's quite some way, isn't it, to California from here in Florida. Westbrook Racing winning this first group stage race of the day. This is round 7 of 7 for E1 in 2025. So this inaugural Miami GP, spectacular surroundings with now just under 5 minutes to go until the next group stage race. There are 9 teams in total. We've seen 4 of them on the water already, and the other 5 now will be getting ready to go. All decided by the qualifying race results here on Friday. This is going to be super competitive. We've already seen a great group stage race here. This one could be even better. Jump starts is something we've already seen 3 of so far across the event. It's all about communication between pilots and team. If you think you're going to jump it, you'd be better off getting off the throttle. Yes, you'll lose some ground, but you won't lose as much time as you would with the long lap penalties. Who is contesting this one? We'll have Brady in lane 1 from Brazil, Aoki, Alula, and Miami. A reminder of the championship situation. It's Brady leading Rafa, who we've just seen finishing 2nd in their first race of the day. 2 points between the top 2. It's 11 points back to Blue Rising in 3rd place, and the outsiders, there they are, with Raijin the Dragon on the front of the race bird. It's the pink and blue of Aoki Racing. They are now 22 points in arrears of the championship leaders. Very much the outsiders, as I say. They can only try and win everything for the rest of the day and hope for misfortune for Brady and the others. Remember as well, the fastest lap from this main race day here will give somebody an extra championship point. So the fastest lap from any of these races, and it may well come in one of the earlier ones before the current gets worse later on, brings you a bonus point. So, second group stage race of the day here at Miami, and it's Sam Coleman who kicks off the proceedings, the Welsh pilot for Brady, the championship leaders and reigning champions. Brazil, Aoki, Alula, new team for this year, and Miami here at home will be joining them on the blast down to turn 1. Miami, one of just 2 E1 teams yet to finish on the podium in Season 2. Mark Anthony is here, and it's Uruguay's Patricia Peter on board. Welcome back to Katie Munnings with Team Alula. She wasn't with us last time out in Nigeria. She was on Extreme H duty at the time. So can the Coldplay fan get the verdict on the run down to that first left-hander? Saudi Arabia's Mashayal Al-Abaidan will be right in the middle of the pack on the run down into turn 1. Lane 3, they really could do with a win here for a good lane position for Danny Kloss later on today. Here's Nerea Marti. She has switched this weekend from Alula. She was subbing for Katie Munnings last time out, and now she's piloting the boat originally run by Marit Stromoy at Brazil. Brazil won last time for the first time. And the only male pilot in this race, with Peter, Munnings, Al-Abaidan and Marti, is Sam Coleman with your current championship leaders, the reigning champions, Brady. He's in the best position in theory, but he's got to get the start right.
And here we have our map. We have a long lap, short lap, and a standard lap. Standard lap, 1.2 kilometers. The long lap and short lap are 200 meters more or less. Choosing when to take the short or long lap can absolutely decide the race right at the beginning.
Look how tight that short lap is there with the blue markers. The long lap, the green smart marks on the right-hand side of your screen. Okay, we're in the milling area here. How many cruise ships can you possibly fit into one stretch of water, Shelley?
Well, I was going to say to you, Greg, they've increased tenfold overnight.
Yes.
I think yesterday we had 2. We've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think think we've got 7 in there now.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a brilliant setting, isn't it? And the reception we've had from everybody here in Miami has been absolutely tremendous. There's been lots of events going on overnight. Team Brady had a big event with Tom Brady himself turning up last night as well. The corporate hospitality has been fantastic. The weather is superb, if not maybe a little bit too humid and uncomfortable for Emma Kimmerleinen here and the rest of the teams watching on from Mission Control. Less than 3 minutes to go. Emma will be in radio contact with her good friend and teammate here, Sam. And of course, if they do win the title today, it would be a 100% success rate for Brady, because they were the 2024 champions in E1 as well. But they know, don't they? Problems can creep in at any moment. You've already said we're at the end of a long, difficult season for all of the equipment and the pilots. And of course, they've had problems already. They had a gearbox issue last time out in Nigeria, and that's why they're being particularly careful, I feel.
The trouble is, when you're the reigning champions, everybody is chasing you down. They're watching your moves. They're probably watching us back on all of the YouTube channels, seeing what we say, seeing what they do. So they have literally got a target on their back.
Coleman from Saundersfoot in Pembrokeshire in Wales in the UK. You can see his name there on the left-hand side of the cockpit. Others watching on, the likes of Timmy Hansen here.
That's Matilda there, who's the team principal for Aoki, a very experienced F2 racer herself. In fact, she is the F2 world champion at this precise moment in time, and she's there chatting to Timmy Hansen. So I wonder if they're passing comments to each other, or are they just being polite? And there we have Team Alula and Team Blue Rising all having a little chat.
Right. 2000. Impossible now.
Yes, this is one of the few chances when the two teammates are actually together, because of course they miss a race now when they get going again. JP, John Peters, who is an excellent starter, will be back on board. There's the iconic scenery here in Miami with the palm trees. Look how close we are to the main road as well. They've got a good view, haven't they? I hope they're keeping their eyes on the road, Shell, but they've got a good view of the race birds, and they're spectacular things to look at. They are like spaceships, these race birds. They sound brilliant too. I was really pleasantly surprised by how brilliant they sound as well as look when I first witnessed them at Lago Maggiore earlier on this season. But never mind about that, because this is the run to the line, and they've got to time this well. The start marshal will have a yellow flag. The green flag will go down when the clock hits 0. If anyone's gone past that start boat too soon, they'll be given a penalty.
On board there with Brady looking across the line. He will want to get a good start. This is where you can make or break your race.
Yes, especially here in Miami, where it has been difficult to get going. Look at Patricia Peters shooting up at the bottom of your screen, using all of the boost available to her with the Miami boat here in Miami. Well done, everybody. Perfect start. Nobody jumped it, I believe, and we are away. Brazil losing some speed now on the run down into turn 1, but they do have track position. Miami are on the outside, but look at Brady diving up on the inside line.
Yeah, and a beautiful corner there by Sam. He just dug the hydrofoil in slightly to the left and actually glided it round and has put himself straight up into the lead. Beautifully driven by Sam Coleman there.
Yeah, excellent start. There's Aoki going through on the inside of Miami, so that means that Alula and Katie Munnings has lost a little bit of ground, and Brazil, we're here, did jump the start. I was looking at the clock at the bottom of the screen, but I have to say, when the flag went down, they had already gone past, hadn't they? So certainly for the rest of the day, I'm going to keep a very close eye on the flag. Can you believe it? Brazil then now have jumped the start.
I did want to question you there, Greg, but I actually thought they were a little bit close to the line, yes. So fairly given, jump start by Brazil. Great news for Sam Coleman, because he's already in the clean water in the lead. We've got definitely a problem here on Team Blue Rising. They could just not bring that back there.
Oh, and back up on the field again now, thankfully. That was tight, wasn't it? It's Miami who are closest to it. Aoki just behind them. So was that a little bit of debris on the foil again? Brady, in the meantime, with Sam Coleman, has taken the short lap to try and get away from all of this chaos that's going on behind. Brazil, don't forget, have an additional long lap to take for jumping the start. So Aoki goes up the inside of Miami. Alula now, look, as you can see, are doing their long lap. And look at the lead for Coleman, having already taken the short lap.
Yes, now you see where we've got Miami, Aoki and Brazil all in a little bunch there. I would have done a long lap there or a short lap and come out of that mess, because again, clean water is the key. Brady done their short lap, as we've seen before. If you're in the lead, get that short lap done, get yourself an even bigger space between you and your competitors behind. But look at this little bunch. Why be in the bunch, guys? Go out, do your long lap or your short lap.
Yeah, and in the case of Nerea here, the 23-year-old from just outside Valencia, she's got 2 long laps to do now, hasn't she, because of the jump start as well. So, Mashael Alabai down there in the pink and blue Racebird will effectively be in second place. Patricia Peter, having got rid of what we suspect was probably some debris on the left foil just a lap or so ago, is fourth. And Katie Munnings with Alula didn't make a great start. They did have a technical problem earlier on in the weekend, so hopefully it's not come back to affect them here. They've already done their long lap though, Alula, so keep an eye out for Alula and Katie Munnings in the closing stages. Long lap for Brazil, short lap for Aoki. This is where things really start to get mixed up. This is going to be close between Miami and Brazil as well at the merge point, but Miami are in front there, Shelley.
Yeah, they've just about made that. I think what happened with Patricia then, I think she took the corner probably a little bit too tight, and she dug her foil in and couldn't bring it back. We're just hearing, we're hearing that Miami have now got a long lap because they didn't keep their line. So they have got a penalty long lap for Miami. That's not great news. Poor Patricia. We mustn't forget that Patricia is actually one of our newest pilots in the series, so she hasn't had the practice and time on the water that the rest of the pilots are doing. So she's doing okay out there, but she's probably still learning on the job, as they say.
On board with Team Brady and Sam Coleman, we're just in the merge point, coming back in from the long lap. So the long lap and short lap both done, and what a perfect position for Brady, the current championship leaders and reigning champions, in which to be, because he's on the 4th of 6 laps, 2.5 to go. He's got the long lap done, he's got the short lap done, and he's got a comfortable lead. Look at the advantage. That is experience for you, and that is calmness for you from Brady. So, a long lap still to be done for Aoki, 2 need to be done still for Miami, one of which is being completed right now. And as I said before, Katie Munnings, who's very good under pressure and still has a short lap to do, is going to get ahead of Miami, of that there is no doubt, and should be able to also move ahead of Brazil, I reckon, before the end of this race. So Katie's doing a great job here.
Yeah, she's nicely pulled in front of Miami there, and she will be able to pull away from Miami because they've got another long lap to do. So well done for Katie. Good move there. But of course, as far as our championship goes, Greg, this is perfect for Brady.
Yes, it is, and it's not too bad for Aoki either, because Aoki and Blue Rising, if they are to win this championship, they must get through to the final, whatever happens later on today. And even then, they still need to hope for some misfortune for the likes of Brady and Rafa. Look at the front of the race boat just slapping down there for Alabaidan, the pink boat in second place. But here is Brady. They took the championship lead for the first time at round 5 Monte Carlo. They kept it after Lagos. And here is the situation. I said watch out for Katie Munnings, and our predictor reckons that she's even going to get in front of Aoki as well for second place before the end of this race. Now, Katie doing the short lap, Miami also doing that short lap, Brazil are on the long lap. So now, up into 3rd position goes Katie Munnings for Alula, and she should jump Aoki because Mashael Alabaidan has 1 more long lap to do. So this has been, after a steady start, a very, very confident run through the field for Katie Munnings as the final lap now commences.
Yeah, great team tactics there for Team Alula. From mission control, chatting to Katie all about how it's panning out with the rest of her competitors, and they have done a very good strategic race.
Now, how close is this going to be between Aoki and Miami? Well, it shouldn't be that close at all, actually, because Miami still have a long lap to do as well. Emma Kamalainen looks across. There's her teammates. What a great shot that is. Sam Coleman just half a lap away from winning his first group race. And psychologically, we talked about the mental psychological struggle, didn't we, before Brady would have won their first group race and Rafa did not. There are Aoki. Now, Mashael Alabaidan, has she taken the wrong course? Look, she's had to reroute. We saw a similar thing happen at Lago Maggiore earlier on in the season, and that's going to lose them a lot of time now and may well give the advantage to Miami. That was a mistake there from Mashael as Sam Coleman comes through.
A huge mistake, and she's obviously going to get some penalty there for actually missing one of the marks.
Checkered flag for Coleman, and Brady wins the group race. Round of applause for Emma Kimalainen. And what's going on there? Miami seem to have lost some ground. All sorts of drama down towards the back of the field. Brazil are in there as well. We think there might have even been a contact with Aoki. Is there any damage? Brazil are trying to come up alongside Miami. So it's going to be second for Katie Munnings after a poor start and stuck down in 5th place. Great driving from her. But what about Mashael Alabaidan? She's definitely lost some speed. She's struggling her way towards the field. Here come Alula. Well done, Katie. That's one of the performances of the season so far.
Yeah, that was a very, very strong performance by Team Alula. Whole team involved there, I'm sure, and Katie taking the instruction just beautifully.
Here comes Mashael Alabaidan. Just about salvaging 3rd place despite that mistake on the last lap. It is very difficult, though, I have to say, in defence of the pilots to see the smart marks. There is Patricia Peter for Miami, and finally getting off the throttle there, Nerea Marti for Brazil, completing the race. Well, we've had some great action, haven't we, in the first 2 group stage races. Each team now has had one of their pilots going out there, and that is just what the doctor ordered for Brady, whose championship lead is 2 points over Rafa, with 2 more group stage races to go as we make our way towards the finals later on. Now, this is what happened at the start of the last lap. Oh, that's going to be tight with Miami. There is indeed a touch there in the merge point on the left foil. Miami and Aoki. Katie, well done. Greg in the commentary box. That was a great storm through the field after a tricky start. Up to second.
Up to second.
Hello, is someone trying to speak to me on TV? Sorry, I'm just about to park in the wrong place, so I'm going to have to go around again.
Sorry, that was probably my fault, Katie, for distracting you. Yeah, I was just saying, what a great run up through the field. Brilliant tactics.
Yeah, our boat feels like it has so much pace today. Mechanics were here till 1 AM trying to fix a problem that we have with the trim, so huge effort to them. Yeah, I got blocked at the start, so we came out last, which was unfortunate, but yeah, the penalty made that we were able to climb up through the field, so really happy with that start to the day.
Thanks, Katie. I'll let you birth the race bird. It's not the first time I've distracted somebody from coming in to birth their race bird so far this season, Shelley.
No, I actually want to put you in a race bird, and I want you to birth it while I'm chatting to you, asking you questions and see how you do.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be an excellent performance, but maybe we'll find out at some point in the future.
I think not.
I love you too. There's Mashael Alabaidan. I don't think she will get a penalty, that's my feeling, because she didn't really obstruct anybody and she didn't actually cut the course. She just had to sort of come back on herself, but I've been wrong before. But she definitely lost some time there. Good recovery, I have to say, especially considering that contact in the merge point with Miami. We'll have to have a look at that left hydrofoil, which is obviously on the right-hand side of our screen, for any damage. There will definitely be a little bit of damage, I'm sure. As Mashael gets out, I'm sure she'll find Danny Klaas and the rest of the team. Strong stuff there, 3rd place, which is actually where they started. So they started 3rd, they finished 3rd.
Chatting there to Matilda, her team principal, and she doesn't look happy, bless her. But, you know, it's a lot of pressure. We all make mistakes. Just suck it up and let's crack on.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's a strong person. She's a strong lady, so she'll be okay.
Yeah, and it was a really good recovery, actually, to get herself out of that potential mess there. Brady then win their first group stage race. Well done, Katie Munnings, after getting in the wake at the start. Aoki, title contenders, Miami at home, and Brazil completing your top 5. Wow, breathless stuff here at Biscayne Bay in Florida. Let's have another look then. We're on board for the start. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Katie Munnings. She's just over there on the left-hand side of your picture in the gold and black race bird. At this point, it all looks all right, Shelley.
Yeah, they all look like they're in their lanes. I'm not quite sure where she says she gets pushed out, but maybe we're just gonna, do Miami come across? Is it in the start that Miami get the penalty for? No, it isn't. Oh, yes. I think we just missed it out of their screen now. I think that's what was happening behind Brady and Brazil here. That's what was going on. They were being squeezed out, and that's where the penalty came from. That's what Katie Munnings was talking about.
And Nerea Marti in Brazil was leading an E1 race briefly for the first time in her career there until Sam Coleman pulled that glorious move up the inside of turn 1. He knew how important that was, as you said before, Shelley, to get track position. That was the last they saw of him, wasn't it? Took the short lap at the earliest possible point, pulled away from the rest of the field, got the long lap in on lap 4 and had another 2.5 laps to enjoy in the lead. This is Aoki in Miami. Now, might that be where Miami was adjudged to have come across? There are rules, aren't there, as to who has right of way, depending on how far alongside another boat you are.
Yeah, you do have to give space for the inside boat to go around the corner. You can't, like, literally push them into the smart mark. Here we have, yes, I would say that is... Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely a contact there. You can see how the Miami Racebird just flies off at one angle there. So, yeah, what a race.
that was a shame, actually, for Miami, because that was all triggered by Alibi Dan's mistake. Here's the contact. Bang! It didn't look quite so bad, did it, from that angle? But that's because Alibi Dan had made a mistake, lost momentum, and Miami ended up losing ground there. Brazil coming up alongside. Tremendous action here at Miami so far, the 7th and final round of the season for the E1 Series of 2025, Season 2, and Will Smith is here of Westbrook Racing, and I think he's brought them some good fortune. He's been making all sorts of great jokes on social media and on the TV all across the event so far, and they've already won a group race with Sarah Price earlier on, now on board live with Lucas Ordonez as he gets ready to go. And because of Sarah's victory in her group race, Lucas now has the inside lane for the start of his. So are we finally, I don't want to jinx this, Shelley Jury Lee, but are we finally going to get some good fortune and maybe a first podium of the season at the last round for Westbrook? They're one of only 2 teams so far, along with Miami, yet to finish on the podium.
I just love Will's comment on social media. He's like, it's okay if Rafa win, but not Brady.
Yeah, there's no love lost, is there? I do love that rivalry we're seeing between the team owners as well as the pilots.
I don't know how to watch.
Sarah, you've done your job for now, and what a great job you did. Chatting away with the team, the final tactics being discussed. What Lucas does not want to do, though, is jump the start, because he did in one of the earlier qualifying races here yesterday. There's Rafa. They're second in the championship as we ride now with Westbrook. So, 2 group stage races down, 2 to go as the second pilots now step on board the Racebirds, and here they are for Westbrook, Rafa, TBR, that's Blue Rising, and Drogba, who are running a spare boat after a problem here earlier on in the event. 4 of them on that drag, down to turn 1. Team Drogba Global Africa. They had a home event on the continent of Africa for the first time a month ago. Oban Duncan, at 19 years of age, the youngest pilot in the field. She was at the basketball last night here in Miami. The jovial JP, John Peters, 3rd in the championship, 11 points behind the leaders. This is a critical start to a race now for him and Team Blue Rising. They won back in Monaco. France's Tom Schaap here with Rafa Nadal's team. They've been on the top so far this season just once, and that was round 2 at Doha. They're only 2 points behind at the top of the championship. Will Smith's Westbrook Racing. This man, Lucas Ordonez, the Spanish racing driver, extremely experienced, extremely good under pressure, and he said at the start of the weekend, I'll try and take advantage as the others fight for the title. Will Smith watches on.
And here we have our course. It's a pretty easy course. It's a nice, long, 2 long straights, a standard lap, a long lap, and a short lap. You must take a long and short lap in the time of the race, and if you don't, it will be a penalty, and you may even get a long lap penalty if you jump the start or take someone else's line, which we've seen already today.
And these upcoming group races now are absolutely pivotal, because the winner of this race will automatically cement a position in the first of the finals. If you are last in this race, you will not get through to the final and will go into the place race. So this is so important now for Rafa and Blue Rising in particular. They cannot afford to finish last in this race, because if they do, they've seriously compromised their championship. In fact, if Blue Rising finish fourth, they will no longer be able to win the championship, because they've got to get through to the final. If you're second or third, it's not the end of the world. You'll be in the race-off later. But Shelley, let's be honest, if you were given the option of going through the race-off or going straight through to the final, I know which one I'd rather take. You want to be winning this race, don't you?
It just takes huge pressure off all the teams if you can go straight through to that final. So this is where it's all going to happen now. It all comes down to this. This is the final push, and we are literally on a nail-biting finish. You cannot get much closer than this.
Let's jump down quickly to Taylor with Sarah Price as Lucas gets ready to go in the red Westbrook machine.
Sarah Price, you guys have done it. I know you found the speed yesterday until you finally proved it, putting Lucas in that great spot. How excited are you going into this group race?
I'm really excited. I think the boat's feeling good, and that has been something that hasn't been in our favor for a while. So we also have a good luck charm. We have Will here, and so I think, we have a lot of things that are starting to stack up on our side for this to turn into a good day, but it's not over yet. As you guys know, it's pins and needles to get into that final, and that's the hardest part.
That's what Lucas was saying earlier. We're just looking for that bit of luck, and it seems like Will's going to bring that today. What does he need to do out there in this race?
Well, we got our spotter right now, Will, talking to him, so we're just making sure that, the boss basically knows what he needs to do, and he does it. So hopefully Lucas can pull it off. So we're doing it for the team right now and trying to do the best we can, and hopefully he can get a good start, because obviously that is key here.
Absolutely. Westbrook Racing got their game faces on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Taylor. And yes, the Fresh Prince himself down there on the launch zone. And there is Lucas Ordóñez with only 55 seconds to go. They can't win the championship, but Shelley, they could be a spoiler in all this.
They certainly could be a spoiler, and here we go. We are down to 45 seconds. We will see these race birds get up onto the plane and fly those foils in a moment to that start, which, as we know, is so important. And if you jump it, you're going to get an extra penalty lap, and that is not good at this stage.
So 26 seconds to go until we're getting jiggy with it, with Will Smith watching on down in the launch zone. There's Blue Rising, second from the right there, just coming up from behind. Look, John Peters is going to try and have one of his legendary starts, and just to add to the tension, we've got a 3-minute delay, just as they were getting ready to go.
They haven't told John
Peters. Yeah, JP, now he's been told. All that tension, we're going to go through the whole thing again.
Oh, do you know what? That is the worst thing for a pilot. I have been in that position where because your adrenaline is literally spiking as you're actually trying to fly your race bird up onto the foils, or get your powerboat up onto the foils and power through, and you're literally going, come on, and then somebody goes no, and it's it's actually really quite hard to recover from that. You have to seriously have a talk to yourself, turn around, get yourself recomposed, and do it again. It's not easy.
Now, just to put things into perspective for Rafa, who we're now on board with, if they were to finish fourth or not finish this race, it doesn't mean they've lost the championship. It would make their life far more difficult, but it would mean if they finish last in this race, they're going to have to hope that Brady would have the same misfortune in their last group race. So they really could do with being at least third.
With the cruise ships in the background and all that. That looks really
amazing.
Cool.
TV looks great.
Yeah.
Alejandro down there from E1 with Will Smith, Phil and Guy and everybody from Westbrook Racing. A wonderful location indeed, and you've got a little bit more time to enjoy it now, Will, as well, with another delay here. Just getting ready to go, sorting things out. The usual reason for a delay like this is one of the smart marks can drift away. If you look on Instagram, Boys of E1, they're very colourful characters, aren't they, those smart marks, Shelley? They're all operated by GPS, but every now and again they can wander away. Team Alula, a new team for this season. They've almost finished their first campaign now. Let's get down to Taylor.
Team Alula, Katie, what a race that was for you. You really showed a lot of speed and a lot of talent out there on the water. How did it feel?
Yeah, it was good. The start was awful because, the boats in front jumped but then crossed the lane too early. So then I was like, there's nothing I can do. I can't drive into the back of them. I think I was just safe by about half a second on the start line, so that was good. But that's the way this goes sometimes. And then I knew there'd be long lap penalties. But you have to pick up pace, and it's so hard to pick up pace in dirty water. So I was just looking for as much clean water as we could. And yeah, it paid off in the end, P2.
And I was standing here watching Rusty celebrate you and being so proud. How cool is it to watch your teammate out there find that success?
Yeah, no, it's super good. We've been working hard all week and not getting exactly where we wanted to, and thought about this day a lot and how we can get the best result. And Katie did a super job. Like you said, didn't have the greatest start, but she never gave up and come P2. So we got a lot of day left, and hopefully we can really capitalize on this.
Excellent. Thanks. We're going to watch some racing down here.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. 19 seconds to go. Drogba, we are hearing. I think Oban Duncan must have been reporting on the radio that they're having some trim issues at the moment. They do have lift and trim operated by the various paddles and buttons on the wheels. And now look at Westbrook and Lucas Ordonez. Do they have more problems? Goodness me. Only two of them getting away properly here. Absolutely side by side between Rafa and Blue Rising. That's great news then. The two title contenders in the race are away well and absolutely locked together.
But what happened to Westbrook and Drogba there? Just, don't know where that's coming. Oh, who are we on board with here? Rafa, but we are... Oh, now that was interesting. One was on the inside of the mark, one was on the outside of the mark. What is going on?
Did they touch, I wonder there? We could hardly see a thing.
Yellow.
Full course yellow. Is it any wonder? We've got race birds stranded all over the place. And did they touch at the front? If they didn't make contact, they were certainly very close to making contact. All we saw was a ball of spray.
But it also looked like that one race bird was on the inside of the mark and one race bird was on the outside of the mark. Now, obviously, a camera angle could be deceiving, but that's what it looked like to me. So that's a penalty somewhere.
No, you're definitely right. There was definitely one on the inside of the mark and one on the outside. No doubt about that.
I'm surprised we haven't had a restart here.
Westbrook stranded. Westbrook stranded. They had a battery issue in Nigeria last time out. They had a wiring loom problem earlier on in the season. And Lucas Ordonez, just as they'd had that win in the earlier race with Sarah Price. Now, let's have a look at what happened at the front. We were on board at the time. What happened, Shelley?
Right, we're coming round the corner. Oh, so Rafa seemed to actually hook and actually lose shape there, and it seemed to push them into the inside of the mark. So Tom had to take the inside of the mark there. So do you know what? This is really quite confusing. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. He should have a penalty for that because he definitely missed the course. Westbrook are now moving again. Are we on full course yellow? No, we are green flag go now. Green flag. So we are all back up and running, but Rafa needs a penalty. Team Blue Rising are out in the lead. Drogba's broken down. Wow.
It's all happening.
What else can happen?
I know, what a disjointed start to a race. Drogba back into the launch zone, so they're obviously out. And like you say, Rafa went inside Marcus C1, and surely there'll be an investigation for that. But like you say, we're back racing again. Blue Rising in the meantime, they're out on their own at the front with John Peters, who we're now on board with.
Yeah, so he's got a nice clean start of pulling away there. So what does this do to the championship?
Well, it would mean that Blue Rising would be straight through to the final, which is exactly what they need to do, because they do need a top four later on in the final. If it stays like this, Rafa here would not be straight through to the final. They'd be in the race-off, but at least it wouldn't be the place race. And of course, it means also that TBR with Blue Rising would, with John Peters rather, would be on pole. They'd have the best starting position for final one later on today. What's the situation? They still have a long lap to do at the front, but the lead is 27 seconds over Rafa. Westbrook now have managed to get going. We're on board with Lucas, and he's taking a long lap right now. That's those green markers there on the left-hand side.
We still haven't heard that Rafa have got any kind of penalty. So it's
Yeah, we'll have
do you
to
know what?
see.
This is very confusing, but I think this could change everything in a moment. This is all to play for still.
Yeah, well, Rafa definitely went inside that second of 3 orange marks there, you see. There's one of them at the other end of the course, but they went inside C1, and there you are. You were spot on. Long lap penalty then for Team Rafa. Now, the question, it's not the end of the world. Because Drogba are out of this race, it means they're going to be third at the very worst, doesn't it? And what's the gap back to Westbrook? It could have been a heck of a lot worse if Drogba was still running.
Oh, well, I don't know where to start, Greg. This is all over the place, but what an exciting race, and it just throws everything out. But yes, I was wondering whether they were going to say that wasn't a penalty because it was sort of like a racing incident and he had nowhere to go. But no, they said he should have backed off. He should have slowly taken it and gone round the mark. So, yeah, fair point from the officials there at the UIM. But again, Team Blue Rising, they are just, well, they're on a Sunday drive.
What have
Saturday.
we said? What have we said about pressure and people making mistakes so far across the weekend? That was an uncharacteristic error, wasn't it, for Tom Schaap? Now, of course, Westbrook had their issue. They're a lap down. So, ironically, Rafa, despite that penalty, are still going to be, by the looks of things, in second place. We have 2 laps to go. Let's just take stock. Blue Rising are taking their long lap now on the penultimate tour. Rafa have 1 more long and the short lap still to do, so they'll have to take at least one of them now. I suspect Rafa will just go around the long lap, and yes, they are going around the long lap. Westbrook still running despite being a lap down. They've got 1 more short lap to go, but obviously having lost a lap, it's going to be third, isn't it, for Lucas Ordonez rather.
Yes, yeah, it's as you say, because we've lost Team Drogba, which is such a shame. This actually hasn't changed the championship tool. Here we are on board with Tom Schaap and seeing what he's doing with his trim and his throttle and his lift height. So yes, we are in positive trim there. So he's playing it safe, keeping it flying on the foils, nice and steady. Because again, it's all about keeping the boat flying as well as driving your race bird along, because if you drop off the foils, you lose all your speed.
Now we can tell you great work from our team here at E1 that it is all kicking off behind the scenes. Apparently Rafa are disputing that long lap penalty. Their argument is exactly what you said, Shelley, that they were actually avoiding a collision, and now Blue Rising seem to be losing ground as we come through towards the end of this race. Would you believe it? Does he think it's over? No, he doesn't think it's over, I don't think. He's just got a problem. It's the start of the last lap, and Blue Rising stop at the beginning of the last lap. Now, how's this going to work out with Drogba already out? Through go Rafa. Would you believe it? We said there might be some problems at this last round of the season, and Blue Rising, they've done everything right. Rafa take the lead, they take their short lap, and after everything, after the moment, after cutting the course, after the penalty, they're going to win. And Blue Rising are going again. They're still second because Westbrook are a lap down. It's not the end of the world, but it does mean that Rafa, if they win this race, and it's looking good now, will cement their place in the finals. What's gone on though for Blue Rising?
It was obviously a mechanical fault of some sort, because you could see John Peters, there was nothing he could do. He just lost power, and you could see him slamming his wrists onto the dashboard, his hands in fury. So, wow, what a race.
Rafa come through. They may be disputing the additional long lap penalty, but they win the group race. They cement their position in the final. And that is so important for Tom Schaap and Chris Lazaraga, and of course for Rafa Nadal.
I think if you've just won, and there's no point disputing your penalty, you've done it anyway with the penalty, so don't worry about it. And here come Westbrook, finally.
Yeah, third place for them, a lap down. I'm looking at Blue Rising, our tracker. They are absolutely cruising around at greatly reduced speed.
I think they're telling them one more lap. They have one more.
Will Smith working out the situation for himself, and John Peters has just got to crawl his way around. Thank goodness for him and for TBR that Drogba are out and that Westbrook are a lap down. Look, Lucas is actually pushing really hard in the background to try and catch him on this last lap. Can he get through and pass him on the last lap? Because Peters, oh, there's the checkered flag in the background. It's going to be so close.
He made it, I think. He's just made that Team Blue Rising, up despite all the problems, despite underpower right now, I think he's still going to take second place.
He's just going to salvage, and that really is the word, second place. And of course, it doesn't mean they can just relax now. They've got to get that problem, whatever it is, sorted out, haven't they, before the next races later on. Of course, they're not straight through to the final. These two boats on screen will be through to the race-off, but into the final. That is excellent news, and that really puts the pressure now on Team Brady. They've got to get through to the final by winning their next race.
We actually don't know the outcome.
No idea.
We're waiting for the call.
Guy Barron and Phil Allen, Westbrook Racing with the big boss himself, Will Smith, Sarah Price down there, and Lucas is on the radio with them right now. Wow, what an incredible situation. What misfortune for Team Blue Rising. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. JP, I feel so sorry for you. What happened?
You know, I'm not too sure. It happened on the exit of OC2 here about the previous lap before that happened. I'm not sure. I could feel the prop slipping the whole race. It's just like we couldn't even get out of our own way in that speed trap at the end of the straightaway and whatnot. Oh my gosh, I forgot to touch the button again. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It happened Charlie 1, the previous lap. It's like it's slipping. Something's going on here with the propeller propulsion. We couldn't even get out of our own way the last two heats. So, hopefully the crew will take care of it. We'll go from there.
You did press the button. We heard everything, John P. Thank you very much indeed. Right, thumbs up. Well, that could have been a heck of a lot worse. So he said he felt it initially, Shelley, coming past C2. Now, that's the third of the smart marks coming out of turn 1. So intermittent problem, got going again, and then it happened again, didn't it? Coming into the last lap. Ah, Taylor, what drama. It's all happening here at Miami.
Down here with Team Rafa, and you guys have done it again. The smiles are on your face. I know you're kind of catching your breath because it's hot out there, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was really tough because in the start procedure, like Blue Rising closed me the door in the first turn, so I have no choice to skip the first. So I took a long lap penalty, but at the end, the team try a good strategy, and I have good pace. I was faster than them, and so we catch them, but yeah, unfortunately they have a problem, but yeah, it's a good day for us. We should take every opportunity for us. Sometimes it's us having this problem, so yeah, we need to be happy we go directly to the final, yeah.
Exactly, it's definitely been a drama-filled weekend, but that's what makes it so exciting. The tension is always high here at E1.
Yes. We don't like to win like that, to be honest, but this is what it is. It sometimes happens to us, as Tom has said. So, yeah, happy to be in the final, and let's fight.
Thanks, Team Rafa, thank you.
Lovely words there from Chris Lazaragan, a lovely sporting gesture as well from John Peters to come up and congratulate them despite his misfortune. So, Rafa are straight through to the final. Drogba will not make the final. The two in the middle, critically, Team Blue Rising, who are title contenders, as we know, will be in the race-off. That is their last chance later on to get through to the all-important final. And they will need to do that if they're going to be winning this championship. Don't miss it. It's the season finale for E1 here in Miami. Well, Shelley, let's try and pick the bones out of this one. This is the first drama when Rafa go inside the marker, the second of the two markers at turn 1. They were given a long lap penalty for that faux pas there from Tom Shout, although they argued they were trying to avoid a collision. What do you make of it?
No, they weren't avoiding a collision at all. That was a faux pas and he deserves the penalty. But they won anyway, so they've probably pulled their penalty back.
Yeah, I bet they've forgotten all about it now, haven't they? This is a replay looking back from Blue Rising of that moment. John Peters doing everything right. 9 times out of 10, he makes the most fantastic start. There goes Rafa. What Tom did do that was sensible was just back out of it, I think, because had he gone through and taken the lead, which he could have done, he definitely would have got a penalty, and I think he hoped that backing out of it, he might have avoided it, but he got a penalty anyway. And then these problems started to kick in, didn't they, for Team Blue Rising?
Yeah, I don't know what's gone on here. It doesn't look like there's anything dragging on the foils. It actually looks like something's going wrong at the back. Oh, I just saw something fly off the back there. Look, you can see debris coming off the back. So have we got a gearbox propeller problem? have we hit something? I don't know in the water, but you can see the rooster coming out of the back of the boat. That's implying that something is wrong.
Yeah, well, he did suggest that there was a loss of power or some sort of prop issue, didn't he? He stopped completely at one point. He did a very good job to actually keep going and grab that second place, but he was just a lap from victory, would you believe? Rafa come through to take the lead with Blue Rising stationary at this stage. Even the drone manages to overtake Team Blue Rising as Rafa come through and win their group stage race here, straight through to the final for them. Well, it's all happening here in Miami. Team Rafa have just won their group stage race to cement their place in the all-important final, when the destiny of Season 2 2025 will be discovered by all of us. Photos there, videos for Tom Sharp and Chris Lazaraga. They're only 2 points behind Team Brady. They've already gained a point back after winning their all-important qualifying race here yesterday, but this is the big news. Now let's have a look at that prop. Any damage we're seeing, Shelley, to the Team Blue Rising machine?
Well, have we got a blade broken there?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, from this angle it's quite difficult to see what we're looking at, but the gearbox was there. Couldn't quite see if we've got a blade broken, but maybe Taylor can go and find out for us and get the lowdown.
Now, we've talked about the psychological struggle, haven't we, all through the weekend. With Rafa straight through into the final, it puts massive pressure, doesn't it, now on Brady?
Yeah, so Emma's got to go out and absolutely nail this because, yes, their rivals, their biggest rivals on the circuit are literally pushing them to the limit now.
Yeah, just to put this into perspective, even if Rafa, as we look at the Blue Rising team and John Peters here, even if Rafa were to finish 5th in the final, they'd still be 1 point ahead of Brady, even if Brady wins the place race. What does that mean? In simple terms, it means Brady's got to get through to the final. If they win their next race, they'll be straight through to the final. That would certainly be the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, there will be massive pressure on Brady if they are required to go through the race off. If they don't win this upcoming race, Brady will not be able to retain the title. Okay, everything's on a knife edge now here in the E1 series. Brady, they cannot afford to finish last in this race. If they do, the championship is gone. If they win, they're straight through to the final. Their main rivals, Rafa, are already in the final. Aoki are in lane 3 with Danny Kloss. They are an outside championship bet. They're coming from behind. Miami have been running a spare boat for the majority of the weekend. The Swede, the ever-smiling Eric Stark, is here in action again for the 6th of 7 rounds this season. He's in lane 5 on the outside. Brazil became the 5th different winners of the campaign, last time out at Lagos in Nigeria. Timmy Hansen, the Swede, is in lane 4. Not in title contention, but they'd love to get through to the final. Aoki are 22 points off the championship leaders. A reminder that the fastest lap of the day will give somebody a bonus point too. Danny Kloss right in the middle of the gaggle in lane 3 of 5. Alula and Rusty Wyatt, after a great run for Katie Munnings in her group stage race earlier on, to come up from a difficult start to 2nd, just alongside Brady when they get down to turn 1. Watch out for Rusty. And so, from the Canadian to the Finn, Emma Kimmelainen absolutely loves seeing her teammate Sam Coleman win his first group stage race. If Emma wins this one, it cements their place in the final. If they are last, they're not going to win the championship. Big pressure. Shelley, here's our course once again then.
Yep, we have a standard lap of 1.2 kilometers. We have a long lap, which is 200 meters more, and a short lap, 200 meters less. You have to take one long lap and one short lap. And when you do that is the all-important strategy that your mission control call. And if they get it wrong, it could ruin your race. Here we are lining up for the start with 36 seconds to go.
Here we go then. Rafa are already through to the final, having just won their second group stage race. This is immensely important now, potentially, for the outcome of this championship, with Brady in this race, Aoki in this race. Miami are looking to go pretty soon, to say the very least there, with Eric Stark on the right-hand side of your screen, Brady on the left. It's Sam Coleman, Rusty Wyatt for Alula, Aoki is Danny Kloss, Timmy Hansen, the green and yellow racebird, and at the bottom of the screen, Eric Stark. And he's had to back off the throttle. That was very, very close for the jump start situation. Brady take the lead. That's absolutely right, and what Emma Kymäläinen needed to do. Aoki, look at Danny Kloss, comes across the bows of Alula. Alula now shooting through there, almost touching. Alula in a big squeeze there. Goodness me, Alula are in the middle with Aoki on one side and Brady on the other.
That was very, very close there, and did anyone take anyone's line? And now we're going to see some penalties thrown out there, but Brady have moved smoothly into the lead there. Well done, Emma. And but Danny Kloss is not far away in Aoki there.
Rusty Wyatt must have had a great deployment of the boost strategy there to come up between those top two. It was like threading the eye of a needle. But look at Hansen and Brazil now.
Yes, look at Alula and Brazil there. They are foil to foil going into this next corner. Are they going to give each other some space? We just hit a mark there as well. One of the smart marks got nearly knocked off. They are literally neck and neck, battling away there with Aoki in the front of them, and now Miami are trying to come up on the inside.
Oh, great racing from Miami here in Miami. And is there any damage, I wonder, to the foil we just saw there of Alula after hitting that mark? There goes Miami on the left. Closest to us are Alula. Unsurprisingly, Brady at the front have taken the short lap at the earliest possible point. Aoki doing exactly the same thing. Miami now taking the short lap. So provisionally, the Mark Anthony racebird is up into third place. Alula have done the long lap.
Yeah, that was a great strategic for Alula, to be fair, because they were in the mess, they were in the rough water with everybody. They've gone out, got their long lap done, found some clean water. So great strategy move there by Alula.
Okay, so Emma Kymäläinen with the advantage. Here she is. Some pressure is taken off thanks to the fantastic performance of her teammate Sam Coleman in the previous race, but they know Rafa are through to the final. It really puts the pressure on. Aoki, great stuff so far here from Danny Kloss, the Spanish racing driver. Very experienced E1 pilot as well, one of the more experienced of those out here on the water today. Miami third. Mark Anthony is here watching on. He'll be pleased to see his boat up in third place in front of the home crowd. There's Brazil with Timmy Hansen. Rusty Wyatt in the background. It might look like he's in trouble, but he's not. He's taken the long lap at the earliest possible opportunity. Miami, I can tell you now, are coming through to take their long lap. I'm just waiting to see what Brazil does. They're taking the standard lap. So if it stays like this, the predictor reckons that Miami are going to drop down to fifth, and Alula, who are currently fifth, up to third, but we'll see.
But in the meantime, Brady are cruising in the lead to that all-important first place, and still holding the championship title in their grasp.
Here's Brazil carrying the momentum and the joy and the euphoria of that great victory for the first time for them when we were at Lagos in Nigeria a month or so ago. Through to lap 4, 3 down, 3 to go. Brady still have one long lap to take, and so do Aoki. So, dare I say it, it's looking good at the moment for this particular race for Emma Kymäläinen and for Brady. The long lap there is down the road, as it were. The green markers, we're continuing on the 1.2 kilometre standard lap here at Miami. I suspect Aoki might well do the same thing as well, or am I about to be proven wrong? I am going to be proven wrong. They're going to be taking the long lap. So tactics again here. They're going to try and get a little bit further behind Brady for that clear watersheddy that you were talking about before.
Yeah, there's no point being stuck behind them. They want to get as many of the sort of short lap or long laps done, get it all clear, and then they can try and chase Brady down to the line. Brazil coming in there, which just puts them in front of Aoki now. But everyone's running really well. It's very interesting to watch when their boosts are. Some put them on in the straights, some are boosting round the corner and keeping those race birds flying as high as they can as they lose the speed to turn.
And more side-by-side going on here further back as well. This is Aoki and Miami, and Aoki losing some momentum there. That's Miami blasting up alongside us. Great stuff here on board with Danny Kloss. There's Eric Stark, and he's going through. Now, what will this do in terms of Aoki for the championship situation? Because Brazil are second, but they still need to take both the long and the short laps. So, where are Brazil going to be in relation to these two by the time they've completed one short and one long lap? 2 laps to go. Which are they going to take first? I imagine it's going to be the short lap to try and get some breathing space over these two, because if they take the long, they're going to drop back, aren't they, into the turbulent water? And sure enough, Brazil are taking the short lap.
Yeah, Miami seem to be doing really well. They seem to definitely have increased their performance in this race and are up there fighting competitively, which is great to see.
Kymäläinen with the advantage for Brady. There she is on the left-hand side of your screen. She's got one more long lap to do. That'll be on the last lap. But there's no worry unless there's an issue of losing the lead to Brazil, because they also need to do one long lap. Through to lap 6, the final lap then. And if Brady stay where they are, they will join their title rivals Rafa in the final. And then quite simply, whichever of the two finishes ahead in the final will be ahead in the championship.
I just can't believe it. It's literally going to go down to the wire, Greg. We are not going to decide anything today until we have the final race.
Okay, on board with Emma. Flat on the throttle. They adjust the ride height of the race bird with the paddles on the left-hand side at the back of the steering wheel. The trim for some smaller changes on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. There's Brazil taking their long lap, and we're into the final lap now. So just half a lap to go for Brady to cement their place in the final. Then it's Brazil. Now, this is going to be interesting because we've got Miami and Aoki, but still a short lap to be done for Rusty Wyatt and Alula. So how close can Alula get? Because if Alula can jump Aoki here on the short lap on the last lap, Aoki's championship chances will be dead and buried. So that's very, very important for Aoki to hold the 4th place, to get through into the race-off. If they're about to be jumped, they might lose it. It's going to be very, very close. They're side by side, I can tell you at the moment. Alula, look at this. If Aoki don't finish in front of that race bird, they're not going to win this championship. There goes Brady over the line, straight through to the final. Job done for Brady, as it was for Rafa. But Shelley, this is the big talking point now. If Danny Kloss loses this position, they've lost their chance of winning the championship.
Yeah, they are neck and neck there, but don't forget, Alula are in the dirty water of Aoki, so Aoki do have an advantage there, and they should be able to slowly pull away. Danny Kloss looks very calm. I think he's going to get it. No problem for them. They're going to cross that line in the 4th place.
Oh, that was a last-minute scare, wasn't it, there for Aoki? Caught up in the turbulent water of Miami, and Masha Al-Alabaidan, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Wow, that was so close. Just a couple of seconds ahead. And Danny obviously a little bit frustrated, but it's all not lost. Some apologies if you heard any flowery language, but who can blame him, because the red mist has come down, frustration levels are high. Do we dare to jump on board and try and just get the latest? The good thing is, though, he's in the race-off. Danny, that was a scare there, but you have got through to the race-off. The championship is still possible.
Close the radio.
Danny, are you able to hear me from the commentary box? That was a scare, but you are through to the race-off, so it's not all lost.
I cannot put the radio, but yeah, it's not off. But yeah, we thought this race was going to be different.
Okay, thank you for that. We appreciate it. I'm sure Danny's probably not in a mood for chatting too much, obviously, at the moment, but thank you very much to Danny for that. Well, Shelley, that was so close, wasn't it? They're going to be through to the race-off at least, so they'll need to finish in the top 3 of that to get through to the final, but they know it's going to be pretty difficult now, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know why Danny was so disappointed. He was 4th place, but they've got through to the race-off, so his championship is still there. It's still there, so I don't understand why he's not that happy.
Well, maybe this explains it. He clearly feels there is an issue there. It was very, very close. I just wonder, has there been an issue? Has there been contact with somebody? Is there some damage? He's definitely looking at something. They're looking at the back of the boat. They're looking at the left foil. We've already seen some damage earlier on, haven't we, for Blue Rising. So plenty of question marks here as we get towards the end of the day. Let's jump down to Taylor, who is in the launch zone.
Oh, really? Emma Kimalainen, what a race that was for you. The sun is shining, it's Miami. You guys are doing exactly what you need to do to finish this championship.
Exactly, yeah, we're doing absolutely everything we can, and then we will see in the end like what happens. So yeah, we're giving it all, and Sam did a great race. I executed mine, but it was only the stage races. Now we have finals to go, and the final 2 is the one that matters.
Sam is ready, I believe. What are his thoughts, or what does he do kind of before a race to get him ready to go in the zone?
Well, you know, he's a happy guy, so like you know, like he likes a good vibe. You know, we are there for each other. But yeah, mainly I'm maybe more focused on myself, and he's like he likes to talk and be there. You know, like just chatting.
And he's chatty. Your focus, which is good because you are the one that can make this all happen today. Do you feel the pressure?
No, I don't feel the pressure. I know exactly what I'm doing in the boat, and then that's kind of what I'm gonna do and execute from where we start. So it's a long race. We have you know, the strategy to play with and all of that. So let's see how it turns out.
Thank you, Emma. Team Brady looking strong.
Cyril Carter in the past, 36-year-old Emma Kimalainen. Now this is the back. There you are. So clearly there's either been a slap on a smart mark, or more likely, because it's at the back there, it would have been on the foil if it was with one of the boys. So clearly there's been some contact, hasn't there, earlier on in the race?
That's definitely a contact damage there, Greg. So I think that's why Danny is cross. Somebody's... I'm not quite sure when it was in the race. At what point did he? Was it Alula he had contact
I wonder if it was on that last lap, because remember we were talking about Alula. They got close, didn't they? We didn't see it live because we were just following the winner as they came to the line. So surely a replay coming up in a moment. I reckon it might have been. I think you're right. Here we go. Let's have a look. Yes, that's Alula. Alula's boat, by the way, has just been craned out of the water, so they clearly have damage. This is the very start. Now remember, there it is. Oh, no wonder the mirror comes off as well.
Yeah, that would have sounded like thunder when you're sat in Aoki. So Alula, yes, have come into contact, landed on top of Aoki, done some damage and taken the wing mirror off.
Wow, that was a big, big hit, wasn't it? That could have totally wrecked the championship for Aoki, and that's why Danny's so annoyed then. It's the fact that they've got damage now to repair. If they don't get it sorted, it could compromise later races. Brady then straight through to the final. Alula will not make the final because they were last in that race. The other 3, second, third, fourth, will be in the race-off. Well, Danny Kloss was clearly not pleased when we tried to speak to him on the radio. I wonder if Taylor can get any more out of the Spaniards.
Danny, we were all smiles coming into this race, but drama-filled. You and Alula, tell me what happened.
Well, the start, it was a pretty good start. I was completely in front of Alula, and I was side by side with Brady. Then when I did the turn, suddenly I see a raised bird on top of me, and it was a little bit drama there, because after that, I felt the boat like not really good. We could see on speed, and I didn't feel that much comfortable, let's say. I hope she's okay. We have to see. Like, she went really on top of me, like until my left mirror. Sorry. So it was a little bit to the limit, you know, because I had the place and I really wanted to do something with Brady. But you know, races are like this. Sometimes we expect really good, and then from third party, then we lose what we had to do.
You're still going to the race-off. The day is not over. There's still work to be done.
Yeah, there's many things to be done. We still have a chance. We never surrender. You know, we're the Dragons here, and I'm happy to be here in Miami with my people, my family. So let's see.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Taylor. That's really interesting insight. Here's the situation then, and that's the crucial thing. Rafa and Brady, they're only 2 points apart in the championship, but the other way around to that, Brady are the leaders. They're in the final, whatever happens. Drogba and Alula are not. In the race-off later on, the top 3 in that one will join Rafa and Brady. And notably, of course, in there we have 2 of the 4 title contenders. Aoki, as we know, having just heard from them, and Blue rising as well. They've got to be in the top 3 of the race-off if they're going to maintain any chance of still winning this championship. E1 Season 2 is on an absolute knife edge at the finale here in Miami. Don't go away.
Coming to Miami.
The best E1 racing we have seen.
We are 100% electric, the future of racing.
Absolutely stunning racing.
It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style, sexiness, just the right amount of danger.
This is a perfect place to have it. This is the best place in America to do it.
That is electrifying.
You don't want to miss this. It's going to be epic.
We're visiting the Centre Scientifique de Monaco.
We're here to see if E1 technology helps save the corals.
We're meeting our good rivals, the Westbrook team.
Let's go!
Welcome everybody to the Centre Scientifique de Monaco. Really what we do is to make discoveries that enhances our ability to protect coral reefs.
So us being electric and being able to race in like the bay here, what do you think is giving us that ability?
Any transition we can make towards lower carbon emissions is the #1 major thing. So innovative technology can really improve the conservation of these habitats.
What we learned here today is how fragile the marine colonies of coral is. You know, we don't want to have the marines start bleaching and dying on us because they are an important thing in our world. And what we're doing with E1 is actually forefront of a lot of new technology that's coming to play to be able to protect these environments. So pretty cool to be a part of that.
E1 is bringing electric racing to Miami.
We're about to take you on a wild ride through the 305. Oh, it's so close!
We are about to take electric power racing boat to the waters of Miami.
If you look outside here in Miami, this is a perfect place to have it.
Miami is a city with unrivaled energy and passion for racing.
It's a city full of excitement, amazing people.
For me, this is continuing the legacy of my father, which is in my bones.
Huge impact, absolutely phenomenal. She can pull this off.
It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style, sexiness, just the right amount of danger.
What's going on in the environment, what's going on in climate change, what's going on in pollution.
It's a responsibility in the name of minimizing the impact that we have on the environment. I'm going to do everything in my power to make it second to none.
This feeling, it's very difficult to find outside of sport.
Woo! Thought it would just be a walk in the park today. Apparently not. Hey Tom, how are you doing, man? How you doing? Nice to see you. Here in Monaco, I think we got a good match today. The game before the game, E1 owners, me versus you, 1v1, let's do it. Try to make it easy for him, so give him a chance to win. Woo! He's not going down without a fight after that drive.
I am happy because I heard the three.
Where's Rafa's ball? I gotta go for it. I mean, I'm playing against Rafa Nadal. Good vibes coming in this weekend. We won last year, and we're gonna try to repeat it this year.
I prefer to be leading than to be third.
Coming to Monte Carlo this weekend. Ron's coming, Mark's coming, Didier's coming. There's gonna be a lot of talking. Good putt.
It was a good putt.
Down one. You won the battle, you haven't won the war. What we're doing in E1, everyone has a great role and opportunity. I think when you win, there's such a chemistry by everybody to come together. So that's what it's all about.
Sports is unbelievable. Brings you to the next level. This feeling, it's very difficult to find outside of sport.
All right, Rafa, we got 5 shots closest to the pin.
I need to start because I won the previous hole.
I've already forgot about the previous hole. Great shot.
It's okay. Oh, wow.
I put a little pressure on him.
Yeah.
He hasn't handled pressure very good in his career. All right, let's see how it shakes out.
I think I lost this one. Huh? Tom, he beat me.
Congratulations. Good job, boy. Great player.
Big pleasure.
One day we're gonna have 18 together.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was done? Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Gotta face it, I'm the one. Oh my God. I want the check, huh? Give me my respect, huh? Medals on my neck, huh? Tell them I'm the best. What they talking about? Push back, look back, beam on the took that, shook that, wings on the I don't lean on unless I hit the scene with a chip. Put the work in, ain't no rest, I'm AC Green on the running it now, and I won't be done in a while. I've heard it, they wondering how. I heard them, they muttering down. Something coming, better tell them if I leave, I'll be right back. Like, wait, tell them if I leave, I'll be right back. Like, oh, you thought I was done?
I'm bringing electric racing to Miami.
Sexy, iconic, it's happy, it's loud, it's vibrant. Miami is a city to be enjoyed. It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style, sexiness, just the right amount of danger.
Absolutely stunning racing.
Watch the race and you will be hooked.
That is electrifying.
Just don't miss it. I couldn't be more excited.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I love the. I like I'm good, bro. You ready?
Ready, lo vamos bien por this.
Welcome to the E1 World Championship. We are talking about some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment. E1 is not messing around. Each team has a male and a female pilot, and out of the 9 teams on the grid, I'm one of the pilots. Team Miami, baby. Equal power, equal pressure. It's not just the team owners that make E1 special. These are the race birds. 100% electric, powered by a 150 kilowatt battery, and designed to fly above the water unlike anything else. So awesome. Race birds are sensitive beasts to tackle. You have to become a master of the foils, or else... Oh! E1, it's not all about being the fastest. So how do you win? Qualifying is on Friday. Group races, race-offs, and the final are on Saturday. You've got short laps, you've got long laps, you've got boost. Strategy is everything. One wrong call, and you'll find yourself at the back of the grid. But when you get it right, and it all comes together, it is so much fun! But what's the wider goal? E1 is all about bringing electric racing to stunning locations to raise awareness for sustainability and protecting our waters. Reduce noise from our electric race birds. Reduce disruption above and below the water by using our foiling race birds and our autonomous buoys. E1 is a spectacle. It's entertainment on and off the water, all without harming the local marine life. Welcome to the greatest show on water.
This is the future of races.
Let's go.
Yeah! This is drama with a capital D.
This is E1.
Oh, the boost! This is a place where everybody wants to be.
This is a very tactical, very strategic, very fine type of racing.
What drama!
Sexy, it's dangerous, fast, it's happy, it's loud.
I want to kick Tom Brady's ass.
Try to beat us. You can't. Iconic race locations all over the world.
He just boosted his way. Wow!
So many of the biggest legends in the world coming together, being part of one event.
You're a fucking beast.
Sustainability is one of the most important part of it.
The ocean is something that we need to protect.
It's a responsibility in the name of minimizing the impact that we have on the environment.
Oh, this is some of the closest racing we have seen.
In E1 racing, it's never over.
This is going to be epic.
This is the race bird. I'm gonna tell you 5 things you didn't know about it. This right here, it's a knife. We have to use it in case we have to cut the seatbelts. And this is the oxygen. It glows in the dark, and just in case we flip, we have to use it. You see all these screens? This one in particular is the mirror screens. So, as there is low visibility, we use them to see what's going on behind. When we are out racing, this shows the racing position, and here we have the map of the racetrack. This is our steering wheel. You have a lot of buttons where you can change the lift, the trim, different maps, sensors, and most important, the boost. And this is 5 things you didn't know about my race bird.
Oh my God! You ready, girl? Baby.
You throw it to the other end.
That's a long way across.
94 meters.
Are you ready?
You got this, Emma.
That's what's going to happen on Sunday, too.
It's important that we try to raise awareness on the problems that we are facing now.
E1 is more than sport for us. It's a platform that we can use for Africa. Sustainability is a very important topic
E1 is very special, not only because we compete against superstars, but the most important thing is we want to promote sustainability. We already have these problems, for example, with the mangroves. The coastal regions in West Africa, for example, is suffering a lot with erosion. We started already planting a lot of mangroves as a project from the foundation. For us, it's another step, and very proud to do that with E1.
The two main values of A1, which are sustainability and gender equality. It's a very good platform to raise awareness to the youth, to understand that even women can lead.
People don't really talk about it, but I'm so proud of her because she's the only female owner. She's not there just for the picture. She's there because she's doing a lot with the social impact partnership that we have with E1.
Here we go. It's a big platform to advocate for young people and to understand that nothing is impossible.
We're doing suits now?
I know you're scared, man.
Rafa, good to see you.
Real,
good to see you. Very, very excited about this opportunity. Best of luck to you out there. Very good.
Don't crash the boat.
No, just yes, listen.
Very exciting, yeah. it's unbelievable the difference when you feel and then when you touch.
Yes, it's brutal sometimes when you see it.
At the beginning, then you get used to that, but the first one is, you feel it very, very...
Exactly,
Dude, that's fun. That's really fun. It's really cool, like when he catches up and like trying to keep it, bang,
First time then you feel boom.
Ooh, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. I think that went really well. You know, we can do 2-on-2 teams. You know, me and you against Tom and Mark will start there. You know, what do you think?
No, they are good on the radio.
They're good. Yeah. Pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
We're about to take you on a wild ride through 305.
The best E1 racing we have seen.
Miami is the heartbeat of America, the Magic City, a city with unrivaled energy and passion for racing.
Absolutely stunning racing.
This is a perfect place to have it. This is the best place in America to do it.
That is electrifying.
The champions will be crowned in Miami.
I am extremely competitive in Miami, so get ready, guys. We're taking the crown on this one. Let's go.
One mistake makes you lose a lot.
I felt like I didn't have a place in the world. I felt like I wasn't going anywhere.
Women's motocross kind of had a dead end to it.
Girls weren't supposed to think racing was cool.
Physically, I broke 2 vertebrae. I was nearly on a wheelchair.
Now what do I do? Who am I?
When E1 came up and it exploded on social media, I was impressed.
They really invented something new.
From there, my entire life changed.
I have to kind of keep my passion in check because I'm willing to give up everything to go and just chase it.
It's not a separate identity for me. It's my whole life.
I'm a winner. I want to win. Have the best boat, have the best team.
The start is everything here.
Everybody on the starting line is nervous. Where you win is being the least stressed person there.
People will throw things at you. That's how it works.
Sometimes it's not always easy, you know, you have to learn the hard way.
For you to succeed, you need to care. It never gets easy, but the beauty of it is you keep on pushing.
It was great. I'm so happy.
Nothing is truly global if you don't have a presence in Africa. That's why being here in Lagos is so important.
There is so much energy and buzz to make it a big event.
E1 is happening in Nigeria. Woo!
We're opening new ground, going to new events, new places, new continents, really being pioneers. And we wanted to race here, we wanted to bring the show to the heart of Lagos.
I'm so excited to be in Africa. The race is here.
great.
Lagos has a clear vision towards more sustainability and technology innovation. These values are exactly the values that we embrace in A1.
And it's fantastic. The reception is great, the people are enthusiastic.
I am so pleased to be here and say we made it and see so many people showing up to watch the action on the water.
E1 is for sure becoming bigger and bigger and a global sport. Only on season 2, we're already in a great place, and it's only the beginning.
We are green. Huge impact. Wow. This is drama with a capital D. On the boost. This is what we'd love to see. What drama. The best E1 racing we have seen. Foil to foil, win to win, side by side, and a jump in the air. Absolutely stunning racing. Wow. Oh. This is some of the closest racing we have seen.
That is electrifying.
I'm Team Miami, hosting in Miami. And there's only one king of Miami, but I am Team Miami. Period. You can say whatever you want. Oh, I have an apartment in I don't care. I'm Miami.
Miami! Miami!
The days come, Miami hosting the World Championship. I couldn't be prouder, man.
Miami all the way.
It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style. It's iconic, sexy. It's happy, it's loud, it's vibrant. The city to be enjoyed. We're proving it can be sexy. Yes, it can be dangerous and be responsible. It's everything you want in competitive sports. Watch and you will be hooked.
What a ride, my God.
So much pressure on you guys.
We've been wanting an Africa race since E1 started.
I'm here, ready to win.
Was everything going to work in front of our home crowd?
We had quite a big crash in Lake Maggiore.
Oh, big contact!
Are you okay, Evan? Are you okay?
Really hurt. Hearing the shock in her voice, it rattled all of us.
Obviously the boat was significantly damaged.
It was really awful.
So to bring this to Nigeria, it was just a disaster.
He certainly looked like he was struggling with the wheel there.
That was tough, mate. Enjoy the chaos and then race.
It's make or break right now.
Nothing else matters. It going as fast as I possibly can.
Aiming for their first ever victory here in E1.
I don't even care if we win. We just need to be top 3.
Now here comes Michael Wilkinson.
Your line.
Get up! Look at Drogba. That wasn't real.
Wow.
E1 is bringing electric racing to Miami.
Wow, where has he come from?
We're about to take you on a wild ride with the 305.
We're going for the win.
This is a perfect place to have it.
This is the future of racing.
Foil to foil and a jump in the air. Oh, big contact!
Let's go.
This is going to be epic.
So who is coming this weekend? I think LeBron is coming.
Mark's coming, Didier is coming.
Marcelo.
We're in Monaco, the iconic home of motor racing. For round 5, doesn't get much more glamorous than this.
Incredible venue, a great place for racing. Monaco is going to be special.
Let's go.
We're here to fight, man. Just do what you got to do.
Do your best out there, no pressure.
The tension mounting, the first racing action now. E1 Monaco, he's underway. Great back at the front. Oh my gosh! That was a big hit. Wow, this is drama with a capital D. And they've got big problems with that boat.
Today was not our day, but main thing is that he's healthy. Tomorrow can be our day, so let's fight for it.
This is a place where everybody wants to be because of this E1 event.
This is for pole position. Here come Westbrook racing. Westbrook's problems have come back to haunt them. Brady win final one.
It comes down to this one race. Incredibly excited to be in the finals. We want to beat Tom Brady.
E1 Monaco, he's underway.
We are foil-to-foil racing. I can't believe this.
So Team Blue Rising are winners for the first time in E1.
You like that one, huh? Get used to this one.
The season finale, E1 is coming to Miami.
The best E1 racing we have seen.
We are 100% electric, the future of racing.
Absolutely stunning racing.
It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style, sexiness, just the right amount of danger.
This is a perfect place to have it. This is the best place in America to do it.
That is electrifying.
You don't want to miss this. It's going to be epic.
We're visiting the Centre Scientifique de Monaco.
We're here to see if E1 technology helps save the corals.
We're meeting our good rivals, meeting Westbrook team.
Let's go!
Welcome everybody to the Centre Scientifique de Monaco. Really what we do is to make discoveries that enhances our ability to protect coral reefs.
So us being electric and being able to race in like the bay here, what do you think is giving us that ability?
Any transition that we can make towards lower carbon emissions is the #1 major thing. So innovative technology can really improve the conservation of these habitats.
What we learned here today is how fragile the marine colonies of coral is. You know, we don't want to have the marines start bleaching and dying on us because they are an important thing in our world. And what we're doing with E1 is actually forefront of a lot of new technology that's coming to play to be able to protect these environments. So pretty cool to be a part of that.
E1 is bringing electric racing to Miami.
We're about to take you on a wild ride through the 305.
Oh, it's so close!
We are about to take electric power racing boat to the waters of Miami.
If you look outside here in Miami, this is a perfect place to have it.
Miami is a city with unrivaled energy and passion for racing.
It's a city full of excitement, amazing people.
For me, this is continuing the legacy of my father, which is in my bones.
Huge impact, absolutely phenomenal. She can pull this off.
It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style, sexiness, just the right amount of danger.
what's going on in the environment, what's going on in climate change, what's going on in pollution.
It's a responsibility in the name of minimizing the impact that we have on the environment. I'm going to do everything in my power to make it second to none.
This feeling, it's very difficult to find outside of sport.
Woo! Thought it would just be a walk in the park today. Apparently not. Hey Tom, how are you doing, man? How you doing? Nice to see you. Here in Monaco, I think we got a good match today. The game before the game, E1 owners, me versus you, 1v1, let's do it. Try to make it easy for him, so give him a chance to win. Woo! He's not going down without a fight after that drive.
I am happy because I heard the three.
Where's Rafa's ball? I gotta go for it. I mean, I'm playing against Rafa Nadal. Good vibes coming in this weekend. We won last year, and we're gonna try to repeat it this year.
I prefer to be leading than to be third.
Coming to Monte Carlo this weekend. Ron's coming, Mark's coming, Didier's coming. There's gonna be a lot of talking. Good putt.
It was a good putt.
Down one. You won the battle, you haven't won the war. What we're doing in E1. Everyone has a great role and opportunity. I think when you win, there's such a chemistry by everybody to come together. So that's what it's all about.
Sports is unbelievable. Brings you to the next level. This feeling, it's very difficult to find outside of sport.
All right, Rafa, we got 5 shots closest to the pin.
I need to start because I won the previous hole.
I've already forgot about the previous hole. Great shot.
It's okay.
Oh, wow. I put a little pressure on him.
Yeah.
He hasn't handled very good in his career. All right, let's see how it shakes out.
I think I lost this one. Huh? Tom, he beat me.
Congratulations.
Good job, bud.
Great player.
Big pleasure.
One day we're gonna have 18 together.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was done? Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Gotta face it, I'm the one. Want the check, give me my respect, medals on my neck, tell them I'm the best, what they talking about? Push back, look back, beam on the, took that, shook that, wings on the, I don't lean on them unless I hit the scene with a chip, put the work in, ain't no rest, I'm AC Green on the, running it now, and I won't be done in a while. I've heard it, they wondering how. I heard them, they muttering down. Something coming, better tell them if I leave, I'll be right back. Like, wait, tell them if I leave, I'll be right back. Like, oh, you thought I was done?
I'm bringing electric racing to Miami. Sexy, iconic, it's happy, it's loud, it's vibrant. Miami is a city to be enjoyed. It is going to be a couple of days of culture, music, entertainment, style, sexiness, just the right amount of danger.
Absolutely stunning racing.
Watch the race and you will be hooked.
That is electrifying.
Just don't miss it. I couldn't be more excited.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I love the
I'm good, bro. You ready?
Ready what I'm gonna get for this?
Welcome to the E1 World Championship. We are talking about some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment. E1 is not messing around. Each team has a male and a female pilot, and out of the 9 teams on the grid, I'm one of the pilots. Team Miami, baby. Equal power, equal pressure. It's not just the team owners that make E1 special. These are the race birds. 100% electric, powered by a 150 kilowatt battery, and designed to fly above the water unlike anything else. So awesome. Race birds are sensitive beasts to tackle. You have to become a master of the foils, or else... E1, it's not all about being the fastest. So how do you win? Qualifying is on Friday. Group races...
Welcome to America and the UIM E1 World Championship presented by PIF. We're in Florida for round 7. It's the season finale of the all-electric race boat series. 9 teams then doing battle at this inaugural E1 Miami GP. But only one of them will be crowned 2025 Champions of the Water in front of this star-studded crowd. What a season it's been. Aoki Racing Team and Team Rafa dominant in the first half of the year. Team Blue Rising and the defending champions, Team Brady, taking control in the second half. And now then, as the nervous pilots watch on, there's only 20 points separating them in the top half of the table, with 38 points for today's winner, 30 for second.
It's more natural the other way. We always sit that way around.
Where are we looking?
Okay, let's go.
We are Team Brady. We are leading the championship currently with 154 points.
We are Team Rafa and we are second on the championship.
We have 151 points.
We are Team Blue Rising and we're so far 3rd place in the championship with 145 points.
We are Aoki Racing Team. We're 4th in the championship with 134 points.
No mustache! Thank God.
You see?
Thank God.
Man, 3 races with the mustache.
Please.
It wasn't good.
Yes.
Now, last race I go back to sexy.
We are 4 teams fighting for the title. You can feel the stress now, the pressure.
We got 20 point gap between us and Aoki, which in E1 isn't a big gap. You know, I think we were, what, 20 points down going into Monaco? And we came out the weekend with the lead.
To win the championship in Miami, we must win every session.
We have to be in front of all of them.
Out of 1,000 possibilities, actually we let MATLAB run it, there is a very small percentage for us to be able to win overall. It is probably 3 out of 1,000.
Really?
It's really small.
We want to be world champions. Don't talk about Brady, please.
Bring on the pressure. Like, we love it.
The other teams, what they can know is that we have come with everything.
Let them fight together. You know, the top 3.
You know, we P1, we go, and we know how to do it.
Blue Rising, we've been training up, we've been rising.
Everything to gain, nothing to lose, and just here, have fun, do our best, and just, like you always say, the only thing we can control is ourselves. And that's what we'll do this weekend.
Yep.
We're going to do the best we can, and we have a great team behind us that have given us the opportunity to be here leading the championship after 6 races of the season, and we're here to be competitive.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
TVR, we're out.
Miami, let's go!
Man, that was high. Yeah. Good look. Let's go, Miami.
Let's go indeed. 4 of them then, of the 9, are still in contention, as you can see for yourself. 22 points covering your top 4, and only 2 covering the top 2, including the current championship leaders and the reigning champions, Team Brady. So, round 7 of 7, party in the city where the heat is on, all night on the beach till the break of dawn. Welcome to Miami.
E1 is bringing electric racing to Miami.
Where has he come from?
They're about to take you on a wild ride through the 305.
E1 is in Miami. Let's go.
This is a perfect place to have it.
Miami, USA, baby!
This is our home race.
Season finale in Miami.
What a way to end the season.
Oh, foil to foil.
This is going to be epic.
First time we've come stateside for E1 at the end of this second season and our fourth different continent of the campaign. Okay, here's the crucial situation. Rafa and Brady are already through into the finals. Alula and Westbrook are not. But the race-off is up next. And critically then, 5 teams, 2 of them are title contenders, Aoki and Blue Rising. They need to finish inside the top 3 of that race-off to join Rafa and Brady in the finals where the championship will be decided. What a beautiful scene it is then here at Biscayne Bay, at Miami in Florida. We've already been so far this season to Saudi Arabia, to Qatar, to Dubrovnik in Croatia, Lago Maggiore in Italy, Monaco, and then to Nigeria. But my goodness me, look at this. Shelley Jory Lee is with Greg Haynes here in the commentary box. Taylor Schneider is outside getting all of the latest for us. Shelley, Team Blue Rising had issues earlier on. Are they going to get back into the action? This is the championship hanging in the balance here.
This is not good, and yes, in the balance it is, because they are being craned out at the moment. We have 9 minutes to the race, and they are being craned out. Ah, okay, we just heard they're being craned in. Thank goodness. I thought we were coming out there and going for some mechanical problems, but no, we are being craned in, but they have had problems. That is why they're out, so this isn't good news, Greg.
Well, and the question is, even if they've got the repairs done, will that Racebird survive? It's going back in now. Taylor, it's all yours.
I was able to get an update from our race director, Martin Raby, about the Team Blue Rising Racebird. They know there is a mechanical issue, but because this is cutting-edge technology, there is still more to learn with the power board. I learned that they changed the gearbox, they've changed the midsection, the foils are all good. They are going from top to bottom on that boat looking for anything that is wrong, but so far the problem at this time is still unknown. Unfortunately, it is race day, which means they are running out of time. Time right now is of the essence to get this situation figured out and solved. Race Control did say they're going to allow them a practice lap before they get started. So hopefully in that one lap, the boat is going in right now. They're able to find the issue and get it running again. But again, cutting edge technology. So really, they're gonna have to go through that boat and figure it out.
Great stuff, Taylor. Thank you very much. And thank you to the Chief Marshal, Martin Raby, as well. Shelley, what does it all mean?
Well, it's as we predicted, there could be a gearbox, stroke, drive, stroke, propeller problem, which is what they thought because they checked it all, but they didn't find anything. Now that is even worse than finding a problem because they've put the boat back in and they actually haven't mended anything. So is it going to happen again? And that is infuriating with any kind of racing and your machinery because you're like, we're on a wing and a prayer sort of thing.
Yeah, we certainly are. It's a horrible situation for them in some ways, or they could look at it with another approach. We've got nothing to lose now. As we say, they've got to be in the top 3 of the upcoming 6-lap race, which starts in 7 minutes' time, if they're to have any chance of just getting through to the final. They won't have the best lane position, but at least they'll be in the final. Then they pretty much need to aim for victory. Just to put this into perspective, Blue Rising, to win this championship, they need to get into the final in this next race. And once they're into those finals, they pretty much need to win with Rafa and Brady 3rd or lower. But first of all, they need to just get it going, don't they? The final must feel like a very long way away indeed for Team Blue Rising at this point. It's been a great season for them. They've had a fastest lap, they've had a win. That was back at Monaco when we saw John Peters flying through the field to the front from the very back on one single lap. It will be Sarah Mizir, his Jamaican female pilot, who will be starting here. They're alternating then all the way through the rest of the day. And incidentally, of course, that means then with Sarah Mizir here having to go through this race-off, if they do get to the final, it will, of course, mean that Sarah will actually be in the main final because JP would do final 1, Sarah would do final 2. Just getting everything in position with one of the cameras there. And Shelley,
Just trying to listen into what they're saying.
The circle button. All right, good. Okay.
So it's very hot and humid. It's about 30 degrees Celsius ambient here, but the humidity is high. Anything between 65 and 75 degrees in the cockpit, we're told.
Close it.
But she just needs to stay cool now under the pressure. She just needs to just get her head focused, take some breaths, Sarah, and just get out there and do what she can do, and she knows best.
Wow, how much tension do you possibly need?
Well, Westbrook are getting into the boat late as well, because with only 5 minutes.
Yeah, which is interesting because
they're not actually in this.
Exactly, they're not even in this race, are they? So they're getting ready pretty early.
Oh yeah, okay, so I got that wrong. She's actually getting ready early, not late. That's a long time to be sitting in a cockpit when it's so warm. But maybe they're checking some intercoms or something.
Yeah, unless there's been a miscommunication and they thought they were. I very much doubt that, to be honest. Westbrook are bang on the money when it comes to their communication ordinarily. Who is in the race? We can tell you that it's Brazil, closest to us, with Nereia Marti, the 23-year-old from just outside Valencia. She's switched from Alula because she was subbing for Katie Munnings last time out at Lagos, and now she's here alongside Timmy Hansen with Brazil. They're certainly aiming for a second consecutive event win, but they are not title contenders. The ones we really need to keep an eye on when they get going are Blue Rising in lane 2 and Aoki. They're really up against it, though, Aoki. You can see them there. The Raijin Dragon liveried boat. We're now on board with it. Pink and blue livery, easy to spot. But they're in the worst lane. They're on the outside on the run down to turn 1, and they might just have to take a few risks here, dare I say it, Shell, because they do need to be in the top 3 in this race, so there's no point settling for 4th or 5th. You know, you might as well go for it. Is it going to be a win it or bin it situation for Aoki? It's a shame they led the championship at 2 intervals earlier on in the season, but ever since round 4 onwards, it really has been a struggle. There's Brazil, there's Aoki. We're in the milling area now. Everyone just in position. Blue Rising will be in lane 2. So it'll be Brazil, Blue Rising, Drogba. Don't forget Didier Drogba's team. They had a home event last time out in Lagos, Miami and Aoki. Your top 5, I remind you, the top 3 go through to the finals. Let's join Lucas Ordonez from Westbrook Racing. He now is with Taylor Schneider.
There's a little bit of last-minute drama going down here on the docks. Lucas, Sarah Price is getting in that boat right now. Tell me what's going on, because technically you guys are not in this race in the lineup.
Yeah, we just knew this a few minutes ago. We were surprised, and you know, the whole team is working with race director because we read the rules, we read all the race procedures, and we think we finished the race, and we've done that. We finished the race in the previous run, but they disqualified us, and there's a rule that if there's 2 or more delays in the race, we will get in, and that's what happened. So that's what we are trying to explain to race director, but yeah, we are. Sarah is ready just in case. We are really, you know, we are. I don't know what to say. I'm really hot now. Sarah is even more. So yeah, I prefer not to say anything else. But yeah, I think we deserve to be in the finals, to be honest.
Thank you for the update, Lucas.
Okay, thanks, Taylor. Right, let's just unravel what's going on here, because I'm sure you're probably just as confused as we are, but we know what's happened. Thanks very much to the E1 team for working this out. They thought they would be in this race because they didn't actually start the last race, but if you were with us earlier on, there were 2 boats who didn't start that race. So what's happened is Westbrook have been put straight into the place race later on, which means they will not have a chance of taking part in the final. So we have 2 teams already in the final, Rafa and Brady at the top of the championship. Westbrook here, sadly for them, will join Alula in the place race, and that means the most they can now hope for in the event is 6th, 7th, 8th or 9th places. Hard luck, and it just kind of confirms, Shed, it just sort of underlines the lack of misfortune that Will Smith's Westbrook Racing have had through the whole of the campaign in 2025. 3 4th places, 5th in the championship coming into Miami. And it's a shame because we were hoping we might see them on the podium. Will obviously not very happy with it. You've been so unlucky though, guys. Mark Anthony on the right from the Miami squad. Will Smith on the left there from Westbrook Racing. Just some last confusion for all of us, isn't it, to get our heads around, but let's just focus on the upcoming race. Brazil, Blue Rising, Drogba, Miami, and Aoki. I'm just looking to see which of the race birds Drogba are using. They were using one of the spare boats with an all-black livery earlier on today, following a problem with their own race bird earlier on in the proceedings. This is Danny Kloss for Aoki Racing. Are we going to see him in the place race later, or is he going to be in final one? It all depends on what his teammate Mashael Alabaidan can do. Here she is in this race-off. They've got to be inside the top 3 to have any chance still of winning this championship, which they led so comfortably earlier on in the year. 5 minutes to go.
You couldn't add more drama, could you, Greg? We've got, well, clearly we've got a protest going on in the background with Westbrook and the UIM officials, so that's exciting. Don't know how that's going to outcome. And then you've got obviously the championship neck and neck with Rafa and Brady already into the finals. Oh, you couldn't write it. It is going to go down to the wire in all areas here.
We are strongly protesting is the message that's come through from Westbrook, but maybe that's why we just have this delay now while that gets sorted out. This is Michael Wilkinson in the meantime for Drogba, but as you can see for yourself, he's not on board the race, but he should be starting in lane 3. It looks as though he might not be. What great misfortune again. He now then is with Taylor.
Micah, unfortunately, you're coming out of the boat. What does that mean for this race right now?
Yeah, it's hard to compete when you're not on the boat, so I think we're out. We just had a few niggles in this boat over the last 2 days, and we thought we had the mind out last night. Come down this morning and the boat's still got a bit on, so it's frustrating. We had some really good pace this weekend. As a team, we feel like we're building. So yeah, just disappointed really, but we'll come back stronger next season.
It is disappointing. Now you kind of have the liberty to choose who you're going to root for in this race to take home the championship. Do you have any favorites?
Wow, I haven't even thought about that. I was hoping to be right at the front myself. I'll have to have a think about it, come back. I hope they'll just have a ripper of a race and, everything finishes well.
Good sportsmanship. Thank you, Micah.
Thanks, Taylor. What a shame then for Michael Wilkinson, who is a medalist in sailing at the Olympic Games. I've had a couple of podiums already so far this season. 3rd in Doha at round 2 and 3rd again at Lagos in Nigeria last time out. So Drogba unable to make the start. What a shame. Here we go then, our 7th and final race off of 2025. Nereia Marti of Brazil on the inside lane, but look out for the title contenders. They're the 2 we really need to focus on here. Drogba not starting. Miami will look up to pick up the pieces, but it's Team Blue Rising and Aoki Racing who are looking to finish in that top 3 to get through to the final and maintain a chance of winning the title. So here we go then. This is Aoki Racing Team. Steve Aoki looking for success here in Miami. Mashael Alabaidan with Drogba out of action. That makes her life easier to get into that top 3. From Uruguay, it is Patricia Peter with Miami. They want to reach the final, of course, because this is their home event with Mark Anthony having given us some wonderful dance moves already in the hospitality area so far through the event. Now, we would have seen Drogba next, but they're unable to start. What misfortune for them. So we're down to 4 starters. Lane 2 are Team Blue Rising. They're still in contention for the title, 11 points behind the leaders. And Nereia Marti led an E1 race for the first time here earlier on today. The 23-year-old from just outside of Valencia, Brazil, carrying the momentum into the United States of America, having won in Africa for the first time for that team. Marcello Claret's outfit last time out a month ago. And so here we go. Shelley Jurili, talk us around. We've got short and long laps to take into consideration as well.
Yes, and that short and long lap are both 200 metres more and 200 metres less. A standard lap of 1.2 kilometres. And when you take the short lap or the long lap, can decide the race and your finishing position. Strategy is key.
With only 4 starting, all but one of these teams are going to get through, and it looks as though they've had the verdict. Westbrook Racing, there was a protest going on to try and get into this race. They're not into this race, and so with Drogba's problems, 4 of them remain. And now the championship is on the line for Blue Rising and for Aoki. They've got to get into the top 3. So basically, they just need to do anything but finish last, because there's only 4 of them making the start. Charging up in the background is Miami, trying to come through there in now what is effectively lane 3 for them, even though they qualified in lane 4. Here we go, and we're underway. Clean start, no jumps, that's excellent news. Brazil with the advantage. Blue Rising being very cagey and careful in second place. Miami are drafting up alongside, and Aoki are currently 4th. That would not be enough to get through to the final. We're on board now then with the Dragon. They've got to take at least 1 place.
They are neck and neck though. Look at that, Brazil, lovely corner around that first, and will push him into the lead. There they go. Good move by Nira.
Yeah, good start for the 23-year-old from Spain. Now we're on board then with Aoki. That's Blue Rising up alongside us, and if Aoki gets through, it means Blue Rising could lose their chance to get through to the final. So this is critical. The fact you've got Brazil and Miami having drafted in front of the 2 title contenders that are in this race. How on earth is this going to pan out? There's Will Smith on the left and Mark Anthony on the right. Watch on. Will's team having some of that great misfortune, and a big leap there for Mark's Racebird in second place.
Yeah, Miami just fell off the foils there and into the water, probably pushing a little bit too hard and losing that balance and that finesse. Team Blue Rising up on the foils there, gliding beautifully with Aoki. So this is all to play for with Aoki and Team Blue Rising. And Aoki in terrible, messy water there. They're going to want to get out of that. So are they going to go off and do a long lap and clean the water? Yeah, anyone going for it? Yes, Team Blue Rising going for the long lap. Good move, I would say there, good move.
So Brazil got the short lap done to extend the lead. Blue Rising, like you say, doing the long lap to get that out of the way and get out of that traffic as well. Will this be an inspired decision for them? Miami did the standard lap. Aoki did the standard lap. On board now then with Jamaica's Sarah Mizier. Okay, now look, we're looking for the clear water if we possibly can. This is only lap 2 of 6. They've got to get through into the top 3. We didn't expect this, did we? We did not expect Brazil and Miami to be leading 1 or 2. We thought this should be almost a formality for Aoki and for TBR to get through, bearing in mind Drogba haven't started, but at the moment we might have somebody dropping out of title contention here.
Yeah, this is really quite shocking. I'm shocked. We've got you know, Brazil and Miami who've been struggling a little bit this weekend, and they're out in the lead, and our championship contenders 3rd and 4th place. Not good. Somebody's going to have to make a great strategy move at Mission Control here so that they can get back on track.
Brazil have taken their long lap in the lead of this race. Miami doing the short lap. They were going to be quite close there, but Brazil still have the advantage just in front of Miami. As we look down on Aoki, Mark Anthony will be loving this though, because Miami have not yet finished on the podium this season. So although they're not in title contention, they're looking good maybe for a podium if they get through to the final. Aoki then, they're doing the standard lap. They haven't done a short or a long lap. Blue Rising have already done the long lap. So is it fair to say it's looking better for Blue Rising than Aoki at the moment, because they are, by the looks of things, Shelley, beginning to close in?
I'm not going to put my money on anything at the moment. It would be good to see what our predictor says of how this is going to pan out, because this is all over the place at the moment. And as you can see, Will and Mark Anthony are also down there thinking, what's going on? How's this going to pan out?
Teams watching on in communication all the time, ship to shore, and there is Brazil doing their short lap. So the graphic actually saying they've done 2 short laps. Now, I don't know whether they've made a mistake or it's a graphic error, but we'll try and work that one out. Brazil leading and continuing to extend that lead. Miami in second place. So how Brazil actually just done 2 short laps in this race so far? They may well have done. They're not supposed to do that, so how on earth is that going to pan out?
Well, that will be a huge penalty or a disqualification.
Yeah.
That's definitely not allowed, because they've just cut 200 meters off the course. So again, I don't know what's going on.
Well, like you say, that's going to be a disqualification if that is the case, but it certainly seems like it, doesn't it? Would you believe it? And that, of course, then could put both of the contenders, Aoki and Blue Rising, back into the top 3. So, are Miami going to come through and win this particular race to cement a position in the final? Timmy Hansen watching on, and they're getting a little bit tense down at Brazil because they're waiting now to see what's going to happen there, having, by the looks of things, done 2 short laps so far. Nerea Martin now doing a standard lap. There's certainly 1 long lap left to do, but I mean, you can't really make up for that, can you? If you've cut the course and done 2 short laps, you can't really put the distance back on the race again, can you? Unless you do 2 long laps, but I'm not sure it works like that.
Well, it will be a time penalty for sure, if not a disqualification, without getting the rule book out, which we haven't got time now. Wow.
Okay, we're just waiting for the news to come through. We're hearing all sorts of different possibilities at the moment. Let's just wait and see what happens. In the meantime, Miami have done their long lap. So Miami have done the long, they've done the short. As we come through to the 6th and final lap, Blue Rising is still down there in that 4th position. Aoki are ahead. If it were to stay like this, Blue Rising would not be into the final and they would not be able to win the championship. However, we are expecting a penalty for Brazil. How might this affect the championship situation? And now the news, we believe, is filtering through that Brazil have been given a long lap penalty and a 40-second time penalty. So the question is, what is the gap back to Team Blue Rising? It's 22.2. So once Brazil's got 2 long laps to do and 40 seconds, Blue Rising will be up to 3rd, and they're going to be through to the final, aren't they, to join Aoki, and we'll have 4 teams contesting the title in the final.
And does that mean Team Miami are going to win possibly their first race?
Yes, it does. It won't be championship points, of course, but it will be a win here in this race-off with Mark Anthony here. He's obviously brought them tremendous good fortune. And there's Mark watching on. Mark, are you keeping calm? Are you keeping calm?
He's celebrating already. This will be interesting.
So Brazil still have 1 more long lap to do, but the race is going to be over by the time they get round, so they'll be given that time penalty as well for taking 2 short laps. I don't think I've seen that before. We've seen people going the wrong way and confusing the course, but oh, what an unfortunate situation.
Finale pressure, finale pressure. This is what it's all about. You're trying so hard and you just lose your cool and you make silly mistakes.
Blue Rising's taken the short lap, Shelley, on the last lap, and they've jumped ahead of Aoki Racing, which is going to help their lane position for the next race. Brazil come through. On the water, at least they win, but they will not be winning once the penalty's applied. Now, Aoki are 30 seconds behind the current leaders, but the leaders have a 40-second penalty, so they're going to be through. Miami, then, effectively, will have won this race, and is Mark Anthony happy? You bet he is. Miami wins the race off in Miami.
Great news for Miami, and but what a mess further down the field. Oh my goodness.
You can say that again. Blue Rising over the line. Aoki at this point might think that their title hopes have gone, but look at the graphics at the top of the screen as the timing updates. Brazil down to 4th. Aoki have got through. All 4 title contenders are through to the finals, and what a climax it's going to be to decide who are champions of the water. Danny Kloss making his way in there to find out what's happened. He probably thought they just missed the final and lost any chance of the championship, but they haven't, because they're finally classified 3rd. But I think Sherry summed that up better than anyone. What a mess that was further down the field. Look at Mark Anthony's face. It's pure joy here at the Ocean Club.
Can you imagine what he'd be like if he was going to win the championship? I think he'd be jumping off the side into the water.
or even the final later, which is possible now. Wow, what a situation. This is Drogba. They really were so unfortunate here today. They've had 2 podiums already this season. I don't know whether they're going to be able to make an appearance in the place race if they can get the boat sorted. I guess they'll crane it out shortly. We'll have to find out. But anyway, the good news is for the championship, all 4 of the contenders are through to the final.
Can I just say, we've got a little Mark going rogue there. I love it when the smart Marks do their own thing.
Well, what a newsworthy event, to put it very mildly indeed. Miami then win this race off with Patricia Peter. What a performance for Patricia as well. She's only in her 2nd ever round at E1, 23 years of age.
He's very excited.
Will said, if you get the last win of the season, the rivalry going on between Will and Mark Anthony and Will and Tom Brady is absolutely brilliant. And now we are on board with Mashael Alabaydan. Surely she knows they're being classified in third and they're through to the final. And it will be Mashael, of course, because Danny will now switch in for final one. Here come Blue Rising. They passed Aoki crucially as well by doing their short lap on, I do believe, the last lap of that race. It is difficult, isn't it, to birth these, oh, don't fall in, everyone. This is very difficult to actually birth these race birds with all the movement. Look at the amount of movement now on the water, Shelley. It's definitely increased from earlier on. It's just past midday here now. It's just coming up to 10 minutes past 12 in the afternoon. And all weekend long, the pilots have been saying that those undercurrents are really strong, aren't they? It gets worse the later you get into the afternoon.
Yeah, it definitely chops up in the afternoon. I think the wind picks up a little bit. She's not happy, or is she
I think it's
crying
relief.
happy tears?
Yeah, I think it's relief. I thought Masha, I think she may have feared they hadn't made it there because they crossed the line in fourth place. But the penalty has been applied for Brazil, so it means they have scraped through to the final. What an amazing situation. Here's Blue Rising. It wasn't looking great for them, was it, at the start? Because they were down in fourth place, Shelley, for at least half of that race. They were set to miss the final.
It was all very close, and there was just so much going on with penalties and short laps being taken twice. And, you know, that's... Sarah doesn't look happy either. It's going to be a stressful afternoon.
I think everybody's just completely on edge, aren't they? Knowing that problems can creep in with penalties or technical issues at any moment. Well, would you believe it? You couldn't script it. With Mark Anthony here, Patricia Peter of Uruguay wins that race for Miami. Critically then, Blue Rising and Aoki following the great misfortune of Brazil's penalty. Such a shame for Nirei Marti to accidentally take the short lap twice, and Drogba didn't even make the start. So Miami, Blue Rising and Aoki join Brady and Rafa in the final. Will Smith and Mark Anthony have calmed down a little bit for now, but they're going to be jumping up and down again shortly, especially Mark Anthony. And it also, of course, gives Miami the inside lane, doesn't it? As they get through to the first final, when they switch around again. Eric Stark will be in final number one. Final number one determines your lane position for final two when the big points are given out. Well, this is what we all wanted, isn't it? Coming into the weekend, everyone, we've got the 4 title contenders in the final to determine who's going to be champions of the water for 2025. Brady won it last year. This is season 2. And, well, I don't even want to predict what's going to happen. It's impossible. Sarah Mizir, I wonder how she's feeling. They've just finished second in that race.
I'm down on the launch zone with Sarah Mazier. She's cooling off because what a run that was. You got into that boat with 5 minutes to spare and you made it happen. Obviously, those mechanical issues were there. We didn't know what would happen, but it all worked out.
It was a tough run, you know. The boat, I couldn't get it over 50 kilometers an hour the whole time. Maybe sometimes it's at 60, which was making me smile, which is strange. But tough run, you know, we're having mechanical issues. We think that it's more than just a gearbox. So we're just, as long as we're out there, we've made the finals. So it's just a matter of now crossing our fingers and hoping the boat will just finish the race.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Taylor. Well, there was already tension when we came on the air. There's even more now. Everyone's just hoping and praying that their equipment gets through and survives till the end. As we've said a few times already across the weekend, it's the end of a long, hard season. It's all still relatively new technology. They've had some very difficult conditions to cope with as well, Monte Carlo in particular. And we see it, don't we? Bikes, cars, anything mechanical, certainly boats. Survival of the fittest, Shelley, as you said before. So Miami, Blue Rising and Aoki through to the final. Rafa and Brady already through to the final as we get through to the end of this second season for the E1 series. You cannot miss it. We will be back shortly. We will see the place race with the finals either side. Who will be champions of the water for 2025? We will find out very soon. See you in a bit.
These values are exactly the values that we embrace in E1.
And it's fantastic.